Just gonna check in a sec.
Right. Can't live it.
Yeah, we're good, Jeff?
Yeah, it was gonna take me a sec to check, so but it says we're on.
Okay.
Yeah, is it on?
Yeah.
No, I was just because I was waiting for him to confirm it.
Okay, so it's still booting up. So.
Oh, okay. All right, don't worry. Right, Carl, hello.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem,
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways. Teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And yeah, man, before camp we were just talking about Esau, man, and how he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Can we get that, man, as well? Let's get that Matthew John the 7th chapter. Is it John 7:44? Ye are of your father the devil.
8:44, yeah.
8:44. Yeah, because Esau, when we call Esau the devil, right, it sounds cartoonish to the average person because they think it's like some cartoonish thing that you're saying. Like you're just saying it just to be saying it. No. What's the definition of a devil? A liar, a deceiver. And when you really break it down, Esau, Edom, is a master deceiver. He is the level of deception that the average human being is operating under is unknown to mankind. The level of propaganda and lies and deception and manipulation that the earth is under. Like Esau will set up two opposing ideologies, right? And he controls both of them. And he'll be manipulating both these things for an ulterior motive that he ain't telling the people about. And that's the world we live in.
Yep.
Nothing but propaganda, false flags, psychological operations. No one else is responsible for that.
And you think if you go off to this side of the equation, you think you're free from all the propaganda and the manipulation? You're not. Esau controlling all facets of all of this, man. Because he's getting you to act in the way that he wants you to act. You know, because these
lies upon lies. This whole kingdom is based around lies. And that's why they can't tell the truth. But if they told the truth, their whole kingdom would just collapse. It would be like a house of cards collapsing in on itself. That's why I said people were talking about Trump to come in. If an American president actually was to say, you know what, yeah, I'm going to, all the top secret, all the classified information, everything, all the madness that they've been doing to the American people, to the world, I'm just going to do a fucking live stream and I'm going to expose it all on a live stream. Don't you know that would be the end of America? The lies, if people were to realize the amount of cover-ups and the amount of dirty business that Esau's been doing, literally during that live, the whole infrastructure and everything would just collapse in on itself. Because the truth destroys this kingdom. It's not a matter of, I could just tell the truth and it'll be all right. No, it would destroy it, man. Let's get the precepts, man. It's sick. This ain't no when we call Esau Edom the devil, it's a real representation of his character.
And I get
it can't.
It's 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come. The day which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
The way of truth shall be hidden, the land shall be barren of faith, because the people really don't have faith in the Most High. Because Esau has run another deception, Christianity. They got people thinking that if you're a Christian, you believe in the God of the Bible, when you don't. You believe that if you're a Christian, that you have an understanding of what's in the Bible, when you don't, on purpose. The Christian doctrine is not what's in the Bible.
Another precept. Jeremiah 9, verse 3 says, and they bend their tongues like their bow for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the Lord Yahweh.
There you go. And Esau is the number one representation of that. They're the number one representation of that. They're just liars, man. They just lie, man. They create false paradigms and false realities, and they force other people to accept that reality. You have to accept that. Oh, Christopher Columbus, he was an explorer.
He was a hero.
And you have to accept that. You
say anything else?
You know, these guys were pioneers. They were what they called what do they call them? Explorer. There was another word for it. Yeah, I think it is pioneer. Yeah, no, they weren't invaders. They weren't rapists and murderers. They were claiming the land for Christ. Do you know how demonic that is? Do you understand how demonic to say? Because it sounds good. This is why it's a lie. It's a perfect lie. Because if you hear that without understanding the
Christ?
Bible,
Yeah.
you're thinking, oh, that's a good thing. Then you start actually understanding, well, hold on,
Faith
where
in
in the
Christ.
Bible did it say that you had to
Take
claim
land.
any land for? What, did you put
And-
the Messiah's name on the deed or something? Like, what?
And in contrary to that, the scripture speaks about against taking up people's lands.
So what you're doing, bro, it's
Mad.
such a mind fuck.
Yeah,
Because what you're doing is against the Messiah,
yeah.
but you're doing it for the Messiah.
Yeah.
It's for him. It wasn't for me. Look, that gold, I'm claiming.
Praise the Lord.
I'm claiming that gold for Christ. Oh, these slaves, I'm claiming these slaves. No, it was for you. It's a lie, but they want you to believe that. So you look at them as being some moral, some righteous people. When the truth is, no, bro, you were just a low down, dirty thug
Scumbag. Yeah.
that wanted to fill your belly, man.
It's the book of Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Now, I mean, people don't want to accept this, but Edomites, according to the seed, according to their creation, according to how they were born, were predisposed to evil. They absolutely are.
According to their creator.
They were created for such a character, like it's built into them. It's not even learned behavior. It's just in them, and that's why they're so good at it. They're very good at creating lies, right, bro? They had the whole world thinking they went to the moon. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
These men have told lies on such a grand scale in the earth that no one has been able to match that in terms of lies. A man might lie to his wife. A man might lie to his brother. Esau will lie to the whole planet and have the whole planet moving forward under that lie.
Foundations of the world based on lies.
You know what I'm saying?
As a brother Carl Bauer would say, it's their settings. You know,
Yeah.
that's just their setting. The Eastward, that's their
Default
settings.
setting, man.
Setting.
There's a precept on that as well. Proverbs 16:4. The Lord Yahweh, the Creator, right, have made all things for Himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Yeah, that's you. You Edomite. As again, the false reality they're pushed on the world is while they're being the devil in the earth, you have to believe that they're the righteous. They're the best of us. They represent the best of mankind. They're the most compassionate. They're the most righteous. You know, they're the philanthropists. Everything they've done is for the good of the planet. So while they're destroying you and beating you down, it's for your own good. Oh, look, you wouldn't have a mobile phone if I didn't fuck your family. And it's like, how do you know that? How couldn't you be so arrogant? And I was having this discussion with Shakal the other day. How could you be so arrogant as to believe that without you, other people could develop and learn something and push forward technology?
Yeah.
All wisdom coming from the Lord. It don't come from you. You're not the source. Well, it's like, oh, if it wasn't for me, so I could do whatever evil there is and still come out at the end of it smelling of roses.
The truth is, anyone could have done it.
Yeah.
Because the Lord wanted to do it, they would have done it.
That's
You
kind of like what I messaged you the other day. He would have you believe that all of these places, everywhere else outside of the world, there's no happiness there because he's not there. So obviously they're not happy. They're just suffering.
You know, they don't have better systems in place and all
Exactly.
these different types of things.
Meanwhile, you have to ignore. This is the thing. You have to ignore what you can see happening in the West with your own eyes. You see a people who is extremely messed up, man. You're talking about people that do walk around body mutilate. They talk about look at these heathens. They used to do the ooga booga thing, and Esau does that. Esau does that to perfection because he's got the transgenderism too. He's actually removing people. He actually spent money to perfect the art. Yeah, think about this. He spent time and money to perfect the art of removing a man's penis, turning it inside out, shoving it back up inside of him, and actually making it look like a vagina.
So it's like it's a problem. It's like I remember looking up, and this is going back like 10 years ago plus. I remember looking up the biology, like how they do it. You can't. No, you could like it's actually mad. Where what they said was only a gynecologist can tell the difference.
That's crazy.
Which is mad because they've made it such like you know how as a man you see a woman you get a little bit of preparation
smell.
happens. Say again.
And the smell, because it smells that shit.
Yeah, I mean that too. But I'm just saying, like, as a man, you get that little prep he
Yeah.
basically used the, I would say pre-com, right, to make it look like it's getting wet.
That's crazy. That's nasty. And when you think about it, that's an extremely heathen practice. But because it's him doing it and they got white coats on instead of Ooga Booga, you're meant to look at that as some kind of progressive thing and it's a different light. Right? You've got the whole family structure has been destroyed under Esau. They talk about women. Women are more depressed and more depraved and destroyed now than they've ever been. It's just you have to ignore in order to live in the false world that Esau lives in. And so that's why you see people pushing forward Esau's ideologies, even though they're self-destructive, because they're ignoring the fact that this thing's destroying you. Because you believe in the lie, the propaganda, the spell.
Because he said the white lab coats. It's Sirach 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbles, they will help to overthrow it.
And that's another thing. They use their riches, ill-gotten gains, as a cloak. Because obviously, when you got that riches can be mistaken for godliness. Riches can be mistaken for being superior. So it's like, oh, you plaster yourself in gold and silver, people look at you like you're something greater than you are. But hey, there's on the islands they say you put a pig in a palace, it still remains a pig, man. Esau's a filthy, low down, dirty, heathen, rich warlock demon. So to have sex in animals. But you have to ignore all that behavior.
Dogs, horses.
No, but you have to ignore all that. Ignore it. It doesn't happen because they're too civilized for that. You have to ignore that happens. You have to ignore that there's a whole sexual industry based around Edomites buying farts and buying toenail clippings to eat them. Yeah. Esau be buying toenail clippings. Esau be buying women stepping on bread. Oh, just stepping on bread and buying the bread.
He will dress up as Aaron. Remember there was that Channel 4 documentary, man?
Yeah, the furry thing.
Yeah.
You have to ignore all that exists. But Jake do something and you have to see it.
Remember that, yeah.
Oh, look, there's a Jake that did that. So now the whole group of Jake have to be like that and they're lesser. But then Esau will be a bunch of furries. You can't then extend that to all the Edomites. You have to ignore it. That does exist.
They're immune to labels. You can't put a label on it.
Negatively, no. You're not allowed. You have to believe in the propaganda. They're a nation of Ned Flanders. Butter couldn't melt in their mouth. Yeah, and they're the elves. Basically, they're the elves from Middle Earth.
Yeah.
They're creatures born of light. That's what they are. They're not evil.
I got this quick. It's Sirach 14 and 3. Riches are not comely for a niggard. Right? So yeah, you can run around with this money trying to pose around like you're some righteous being on the earth. Because you claim like Lord, God's blessed you or some shit.
And you're a miser. And the word niggard is a miser. And what's a miser? That's a Scrooge. Because when you really break it down, that's what Esau is. When you go back to Charles Dickens, and the whole idea. See, this is where we're gonna get deep now. You got the whole idea of the Industrial Revolution, right? The whole issue was that the Edomites in Britain were taking children from poor families and putting them in workhouses and enriching themselves. And then so you had Charles Dickens and them, man. You had the chimney sweeps and all them kids were dying doing that stuff, right? Charles Dickens, that's why he started writing them stories like Ebenezer Scrooge and all that. It was like a social commentary on these Edomites and how much they don't care about even their own people, which is true to this day. This is why the conservatives came in and they were in there for what? How many years were they in there for?
8
time. And the rich got richer. How was it?
Ooh,
Was it more than 8? I'm sure it was like 3. So I think it might have been like 12 or something.
Yeah,
they were in there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Or either that or there was just too many leaders. But they came in and what happened in Britain? The rich got richer and the poor got poorer. Everything they did, right, didn't harm the rich, the elite of Britain, because they're always getting richer. But the average man in Britain, down bad. And it's worse if you're outside London. If you're from one of these seaside towns in Britain, they ain't doing nothing for you. If you're from Newcastle and all these different areas, man, them man are down bad and they hide it. They don't like to show because obviously only so-called black people are criminals and drug addicts and
Well,
all these different
what's
things.
the balance for after that? There's a greater population in London than there is in all the
England
other
and Wales,
countries.
England,
England, Wales,
Scotland put together.
you know?
Well, no, England and
Wales,
Scotland, yeah.
Scotland, Wales, yeah.
And there's a lot of poverty too.
Nice.
There's a lot of poverty. There's a lot of drug use now. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, that's why Jake was doing the county lines, thing, because there's a lot of drug use in these places. Why? Because they've been forgotten. Esau hasn't taken all this wealth that he's amassed and
Sure.
using it to invest in his own people, and that's why his own people are angry and they're turning the anger on who? Islam and Jake. When really it's their own elites here that have created a system that's oppressive, and now it's taking the wealth away from even their own people and giving it to themselves. And now Labour came in, they thought Labour was going to be the heroes, and it took about I swear, within about three months of Labour, everybody was like, what?
Fuck,
Fuck.
yeah.
And now they got a 15%
Approval.
approval rating, yeah, and they think that if they bring in reform,
To change.
something's gonna change. Bro, it's a Charles Dickens thing. It's the same principle going back then. Esau don't even care about his own people. Same thing in America. They think Trump cares about the average. No, Trump cares about the elites that he's a part of.
Mhm.
And then the American elites keep getting richer and the wealth gap keeps growing and growing and growing. And they will use you and abuse you and they will shut your factory down, because that's what the whole thing was all about. They shut down all the factories that the Edomites were working in and set up shop in China.
Mm.
Why? So that they could get even more rich than they already were, because they got a miser mentality. They don't believe in having wealth and then using their wealth to help their brother.
And even when they start charities, man, it's a front.
It's a front.
It's a
They
front.
either
They're
doing
funding money out of it,
pedophilia, yeah,
for themselves,
or it's some kind of clandestine CIA operation, or the aid
it's all fake.
or money laundering back to themselves, or a bribe so they can get more money.
Mm.
Esau don't do things to actually help his brother or help the people. In the long term, it's all about him gaining.
Book of Ecclesiasticus 14, I'm starting from 5. Let me start from 4. It says, he that gathers by defrauding is also gathering for others, that shall spend his goods.
And the
rather.
whole financial system is a fraud. The whole governmental system is a fraud. Right? I
Bank
forgot the name of the concept, but whoever's closest to the printing of money benefits the most. And that's what they do. They use the government to print money and borrow money in the name of the people, but that money always goes straight to the elites first. So like when Trump did the CARES Act, that was a giant wealth transfer, the biggest wealth transfer in history. And who signed off on it? Huh? For you, oh MAGA, I'm a MAGA man, and Donald Trump, he the Messiah, man. He a good Christian. He care about the people. Donald Trump, get rid of them damn niggers. You know, them the wetbacks, now them immigrant, Iran, China, man. And winning. Donald Trump, I'm with you moron. Donald Trump signed the CARES Act and transferred all that wealth to the elites. They create the inflation. Then they pump up the stock market. Who do you think benefits from that the most?
Yeah.
And then what they do is the witchcraft. They put this when the stock market's flying off the handle. They point to that and say, "Yeah, the economy's doing great." You moron! The stock market
elite are doing
is not the real economy, man.
Doing great.
You see, you think some dude under the bridge cares if Microsoft fucking went up 10%? Like, are you for real? You think that helps you to pay your rent? Like, but these people are retarded, man. The whole system is an oppressive system. And yeah, there are some people that can survive and do well within the system, but it's not by design. The ultimate design of the system is to redistribute wealth up to the top and build out the infrastructure for the new world order. Period. And that's what they've achieved.
It's, if I could say, it's like he wants to dangle those carrots though of the 10 people that can somehow do something, because it makes the rest like
social mobility.
aspire to it. You know, that's why they'll dangle a Jay-Z in front of Jay, being like, if you just do this, you'll be able to get to them. So it keeps people in that constant grind, if you will. Same side.
But then across the board, it's harder for everyone. it was already hard for the working class, and now even the middle class is becoming harder for them.
Spirit.
And that's all by design.
Yeah.
Because he's a miser. At heart, he's a miser. The 1%, they got 99%, but guess what?
They want that
They really want the 100%.
But that's why WF.
Yeah.
You will owe nothing.
You will owe
You
nothing.
don't want
Man.
them to have nothing.
That's how the game is.
They want to
And
give you some cryptocurrency.
that's a miser mentality. But when you're rich, you weren't made rich here to just be a miser. You were made rich so that you can also help people around you. And then the Lord will bless you even more.
There was just one sentence I read, right? It says, riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money? My man's envious, bro. He wants
Just
everything
wants
everyone
it
else has
all.
got.
And what are you
What's
going
he
to do
gonna
with it?
Be a dickhead, bro. That's what you end up doing with it. You know?
And that's what a lot of people don't realize. You know, when they're, man, oh, the food's so expensive in Tesco. Yeah, you feel it. But understand, man, like Rishi Sunak don't feel them kind of things, bro. That man didn't even know how much. He didn't, when he was asked about petrol, remember, he's like, oh, okay. Because whether petrol price could go 10 times, yeah, that's not going to affect him because that man are so rich, yeah, and they're making money from that petrol being 10 times. That it's not even though, for you, yeah, it's peak because you only got a certain amount of disposable income. These man's disposable income's off the chart now.
Yeah.
They just, the only thing they can do with their money is reuse it.
Yeah.
They can't even spend it.
People don't understand when you get certain of these Edomites spending 10 grand in a night, nothing. Told you, it's just like, oh, okay. You know, don't feel it. We
you
hurt.
Can't spend 10 grand,
Exactly.
bro. You ain't got
Well,
10 grand to spend.
Bro, your weekly shopping
Spend a template. You
goes
can
up
exactly.
by £20 for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the difference.
You feel it.
Yeah.
Because now you got to find an extra £80
Yeah.
a month.
And this is the thing, as you were saying, because what was it, last year, or when the mortgage rates start going up? Yeah, they still haven't really gone back down to what they were before. So people that, for instance, were on the so in the UK, you had like these help to buy schemes where you only had to put down a 5% deposit, right? So that means that was the rest was just a loan, right? And but on an apartment, that's you're looking at like between 350 minimum ish. Does that say that was about right? 350 for a flat in London.
Yeah.
350 grand ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so imagine that's basically 300 grand plus of loan that you're paying interest on.
And the interest has gone up.
And the interest has gone up. And not only that, with flats, you then have to pay like service charge. And then your gas is going up. And then your food bill's going up. And Centrica, which is the owner of British Gas, French company, which France's energy is cheap, right? Centrica, they made mad profits when we were all hurting.
Yeah.
When the gas was all
By design. Yeah. The water company, they what they do, there's a cycle. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. We got to do what Donald Trump and them won't do. There's a cycle of nationalization and privatization where they come in and privatize the infrastructure and tell you that it's going to be better. So the government sells off the private infrastructure, which gets rid of a lot of revenue and assets. And then the private companies run the infrastructure into the ground. So they just take out all the profits, right? But they don't reinvest into the infrastructure. So then what ends up happening is later on down the line, it gets so bad that now the government comes in and nationalizes. But these men have took their profits. So who ends up paying for all that? The taxpayer again. So I think we're going through that cycle now with the rail companies.
Oh, bro, yeah.
All the rail companies are getting nationalized again.
Yeah.
The water companies are going to get nationalized again. But they're not going to go get back all that money that all these shareholders have been taking the whole time.
Yeah. Because because you're talking about how the rest of the UK is kind of poor, right? I was basically just thinking it's cheaper for all of us here to leave the country than to go and spend money in England, which shouldn't be the case. When we were coming out of lockdown, because we was locked down for like 6 months, the last lockdown was like 6 months long. Boris Johnson was like, "Oh, and soon you'll be able to leave the country again." I was like, "Wait there, if there was ever a time to build back up the British seaside, right? All of those towns that really you go there, and it's a ghost town most of the time, right? It's dead, it's derelict. You would have been like, all right, cool. What we're gonna do is gonna make it cheaper for everyone to go and spend their money in these towns that are hurt, you know."
But Esau's a liar, man. The propagandist, and the biggest lie Esau will tell you is that he's here for your benefit. He's not. They're not. They're misers. They're demons. They're thieves. They're robbers. They're oppressors.
The book of Ecclesiastes 14:5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
There you go. That's sweet and to the point. Someone still had 48, 58, right? Was they finished in 58?
Yeah.
No, Psalms.
I would say, yeah. Can I grab this as well for ball?
Yeah.
Just Habakkuk.
Bring out all them presets on
God.
these sort of nasty character.
That's right.
Character analysis.
That's it. Habakkuk 2 verses 4 and 5. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. And that bit's referring to Esau.
Yeah, Esau ain't right, man. He ain't right. And none of them ain't right. I keep saying it. It don't matter if a man's on the left or the right. Then none of them ain't right, man. They're just devils, man. They just wear different masks and play different characters. The man played a green peas character. Or man, you know what I mean? They're all just characters, but none of them ain't right. They ain't never been right. There are no good guys. And that's a scary thing when you don't have your Yahweh Shai. And that's the one thing that the majority of people, that's how they get you, because people want a hero. They don't want to believe that, you know, they don't want to live in despair, basically. Because to accept the truth of this world, you have to accept that this world is in a vice grip by devils. And you got two choices. You got devil number one and you got devil number two. And that's bleak.
Number 3 being yourself.
Yeah?
Number 3 being
And
yourself.
the only one you can trust is you can't. There ain't no hero, and this is how they run the game, because they always provide these heroes, and these heroes are all CIA, MI6. Tommy Robinson's a hero now. The guy is CIA, not CIA. He's Mossad. There are no. If you see a guy on the TV talking, just know that's not a hero.
It's been allowed.
Heroes don't go on the. Heroes don't get allowed to go on the TV. There are no heroes. Putin ain't a hero. A lot of men think, oh yeah, Putin's standing up against. No, Putin's pushing the MOTB. Putin ain't no hero. Putin's a devil.
The CV was proof of that, because during the CV, all of the different nations, all of the different axes, how we say that word in plural, had their own Jews. China had Sinovac, Russia had their thing.
Because it's being pushed by a world governing body,
Exactly.
the WHO or whoever. They're the ones advising these men should be doing it, and you know they're the ones setting these agendas up, so to speak. You know, these governments have got to jump on it, because it's like, oh, we didn't want to do this, but you know, we've been advised. Science says, you know, we need to do this and that. So the whole world is jumping on it.
There ain't no heroes, and America's the perfect. Listen, man, it's what we do know. America, it has to be studied. It's the perfect. If there ever was a place that was put under maximum spells, maximum psyops, it's America.
Great.
It's something different. And when you're from the outside, like the political arena in the UK is very bland. Like they don't need a lot of spells, because these men over here are just there. But in America, even they're like, you know, they have them when they leading up to the election, you know, they have
conferences, but
what they called again?
The program.
Yeah, there's a name for them.
Google.
And it's like a WWE event. You know, there's glitter, and you're like, rah, these people, like, literally, this is not serious. If you could just look at it and go like, yeah, they're just manipulating. This is the speeches are all manipulated. Everything they're doing is just manipulating your mind, body, and soul. But then there's nothing genuine about anything that you're happening. This is actually a show. The conventions. They actually do them in stadiums, and you can see that they just cast it, and the man's like, yeah. And it's like, bro, you realize that this is absolutely insanity that you're watching, and everyone's insane. The right wingers are insane because they're so committed and so are the people on the other side. They're all insane, and they all think that they have a hero. For one group of people, Obama was the hero, and Obama wasn't a hero; it was a demon. Then some man think Hillary's a hero. Then some man think Biden. Then some man think Trump, and then they're all just demons.
Consortium of demons.
A consortium of demons that's pretending to be against each other, but they're really just working you.
Yep. Working the people.
They're just really working the people, to the point where the men them that were against martial law are clapping Trump putting the military on the streets now. And it's like, huh? Wait, but when Obama did Jade Helm 15, you people said Obama was the Antichrist. And you were screaming about martial law, and then now Trump does it because you believe in Trump. It's cool. So yeah, they won. The globalists, the globalists won because they managed to do it, and you're cool with it.
As in the globalists are not on any side of the spectrum. They play all sides.
You
You know
got
what I mean? They
you
ain't
got
left nor
man
right. They
running
are
up on you
all
asking you for ID. That's Nazi Germany thing. That's the Stasi.
Yeah.
But you man were against all that. Now you want to be Nazis. Now they're all on the yeah, Hitler was great. I thought, hold on, what? What's happening? These people are all over the place. The most spells, like just spellbound individuals, and all you need to do to derail their brain is mention a Democrat. Like if you're a Republican, yeah, but the Democrat, and then their brains derailed.
Yeah.
And that's how they talk. Listen to anytime you see one of these talking heads, they will not stick on a subject without mentioning the other side.
That's it.
They have to invoke the other side because the other side gets you, okay, so this is my
This is
side.
wild.
Yeah.
And it
the other side.
totally derails the way you're thinking instead of being like,
The other side justifies their own.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but they're against it. Oh, if they're against it, I should be for this.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. It's a religion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
It's
it's a religion.
fanaticism. It's
Yeah.
religion. It's
Fanaticism.
you're under a spell. You believe in it.
Yeah.
You're in a cult. It's very cultic.
And a proof of that is you'll see certain people that are saying Democrat, but like to be Democrat, there are certain tenets you have to believe in. You have to believe in the Leviticus community. You have to be pro-abortion, right? You have to be, and as soon as let's say, so I'm a Democrat. Oh, okay, cool. What do you think about abortion? Nah, I'm against it. All of a sudden, the rest of them they're like, wait, that means you're not a true Democrat.
But then the worst thing about it is the Republicans ain't gonna outlaw it. It was all a theater. They didn't outlaw anything.
You can still have it.
You can still have it. It still exists. Like they didn't outlaw being gay. This Scott Besson is gay.
Yeah.
He's gay as hell. He's the
Trump's
definition. Scott Besson is the definition of gay as hell, and he's always up there on the TV, and then the Republicans are cheering him on. The guy has a husband and has adopted 2 children, and he's the treasurer.
That's the Democrat dream right there.
Right? They're against feminism because the left are woke and they're pro-feminism, but they're championing this Marjorie. Yeah, look it up. There's bare female Republican representatives in the Senate, but they're against feminism.
And Kirk,
Erica Kirk,
Yeah,
she's a feminist, bro. She's got businesses. She's doing it herself.
Yeah.
Or everything they were praising her for is the feminist ideal. So it's all Babylon is confusion. It's just spells. Nobody's thinking straight.
Secret precepts.
Except the Israelites. We're the only ones that think straight, man. Everyone else is compromised. The manosphere is compromised. They're bugged out. They're just as bad as the feminists, man. It's all just madness.
And this is because devils rule the earth, right? This is Root 4 verse 35. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. Right? America's end is destruction, man, because of all this confusion that you've been propagating throughout the earth, man.
Right.
You know. But I want to grab this quick.
That's going to be the end result. That they're going to have to receive great judgment.
Yep.
Because America's a special type of place, man. It's just this mass demonic enchantments, man. And most people don't understand. They think when we say that we're joking. No, it's not a joke. Like the amount of spells that are cast in that place. That's why the American out of everywhere, it's the most bugged out you could be. Because the spells are heavy. But then the beautiful thing is, that's where the Lord decided to plant the seed of the truth.
Yeah.
To counteract all that demonology, man. Because you ain't supposed to be right in your head and being American. Bro, you got demons coming, the music, the TV, everything.
But that's why it's a great miracle, you know.
But the scriptures speak about the multitude of the enchantments. You walking down the street, there's spells coming on, bouncing off you, man.
Yep.
The food.
Everything, definitely.
The whole thing is just giant occultic wet dream, man.
It's Isaiah 26 verse 10. So let favor be shown to the wicked, right? 'Cause you give these people who are blind because you think they're working in your best interest, right? Because they're fellow Edomites or whatever, right? So let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, as you read, speak about the land of Jerusalem,
Right.
of Israel, right?
And ultimately, the favor there is talking about if you have mercy on them, like you show them favor. Okay, cool. You know what? I'll make it work. Esau ain't gonna change. Like the bro, Esau has had. The Lord said, "All right, cool.
The opportunity.
Here's an opportunity for you to have the earth and do what you
Do
want.
right, do right.
Yeah, and do right." I said, "Fuck that. I ain't trying to do no right." I said, "To hell with that. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna have secret agencies, secret societies. I'm gonna just lie, cast every spell. I'm gonna dig up every talisman. We gonna just gonna go. It's gonna go all out evil, man. It is what it is."
It says, in the land of uprightness, he will do it unjustly.
Yeah.
And that's what you're seeing.
Even in the Holy Land, with Tommy Robinson and them over there. Them men are over there claiming to be the holy people, man. They're still doing wickedness, man. They're still doing wickedness, man. Like, they ain't gonna stop. Like, Esau will never stop. He can't help himself. Like, even if we ain't, that's why in the kingdom, we could work with the heathens. You could work with an Elamite, slap them up a bit. They'll understand power and they'll respect it. Can't really work with the Edomites, man, because they just ain't right, man. There's something ain't right in the spirit, man. That's why they're gonna be totally taken out of the earth. They're an anomaly. They're a glitch in the matrix, man. There's a special type of evil that comes with Esau, man. You know, it's a special type of devil. The wickedness just goes through the roof with this man.
Yep. So and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Right? You don't acknowledge the Lord really. You talk about being Christian, but like you're talking about claiming the land in the name of Christ and shit. So where's all of this really?
I'm about to celebrate Halloween.
You man celebrate yourselves and your own power. That's what you really respect, your own power, because you're about to get showed up.
You guys don't believe in no Christian principle, and this is the lie. Like, why carry it on? Which we know you're planning on getting rid of all that anyway, and just have the Luciferianism, and that's what you should do. Like, we're tired of it. Like, why are you even just running this lie? Oh, I'm a Matt Walsh. I'm a Christian, but at the same time you're pushing scientific racism. You're pushing flipping social Darwinism. You keep talking about white Christian. Well, why you keep mentioning white people? Why are you so obsessed with the white race if you're a Christian? Because according to you, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? You people, you're just twisted individuals that are just running a scam. Just come out with it, Ozzy Osbourne the thing, and just say, "Listen, I'm Satan, man."
Yes.
Just say it loud.
Loud
Say
and
it
proud.
loud. I'm Satan, man. That's what you should do. I'm tired of it.
That's it. It's like, when you see a hoe and she's trying to act like a good girl, it's like, yo, just be a hoe. We
do
all
it.
know.
Yeah, man.
We all know.
Just do the thing. Drop it like it's hot. They're saying, "Oh, there's been a Christian revival in America. They're buying more Bibles." And bro, you can buy all the Bibles you want. These men are not going to do it. Because whatever they read in the Bible that doesn't agree with their lust, their demonic agendas, they're gonna dash that out anyway. Because they had the Bible when they went over there, they still killed the Native American Indians, talking about they're grabbing the land for Christ.
There you go.
So whatever's in the Bible, they're gonna read it. You got them AI glasses, it will just change, innit? Thou shalt rape. Okay. Babies or something. Oh, these men will change it up to whatever they want it to be, because that's what they're good at. We still got John 7.
I'll get for you.
Yeah, no.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and the 16.
Eight.
An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
So every Christian should understand this, right? That we're living in such a time, that time of evil, that people ruling the earth, right, are going to be liars.
No, they're not.
They should be liars, right?
Listen, Trump is...
And therefore we can't believe anything these men are saying. But these men want to believe everything this man says. They don't want to believe everything. These revival Christians or whatever you want to call them. Yeah. But
he's a peacemaker.
But that's why you Christians don't fundamentally understand the scriptures, man, and the time we're living in.
He brought peace. They bring no peace. No, that's a ceasefire. There's been many ceasefire. Them men are acting like something miraculous happened that's never happened before. Bro,
unprecedented.
Use Google. I don't understand it. And this is why they're able, the average person only uses the internet to watch twerking or some kind of drama between some man and woman arguing somewhere about whether they should have their last name. That's what most people are watching. I know that over the years, there's always been a ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. There's constantly been happening.
Yeah.
And then there's not a ceasefire. Like,
Almost on
this
violence.
isn't no great peace deal. All they've done is exchange a few hostages, which has happened before, and agreed that we're not going to blow them up for a while they restore their weapons,
Yeah.
while they reload the strap.
Because now they've got no reason to, like, there's nothing stopping them from just flattening.
No.
They've got their hostages now.
But they've already destroyed the hospitals and
Yeah.
so forth. So it's not like they're going. What you need to realize is that the mindset and the initial problems that caused the issue in the first place are not resolved. Therefore, it's not a actual peace. It's like a man's fucking my wife, right? So we're beefing because man's fucking my wife, right? So we're fighting, yeah. And then a man come in and say, "Yo, just come man tired," or he went, "Yo, man, just chill, stop fighting for a little while." Man's like, "Cool." He didn't make peace because man's still fucking my wife, bro. That man's here, all right, cool. Man's over there dogging. The root of the issue is still there. There's been nothing to solve it to where we can shake hands and say, "Oh, we love each
No
other."
solution.
That's what they're acting like has happened. No, the Palestinians are still in the same situation they've always been, and the Israelis are in the same situation with the same mindset of we're gonna take that land.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing changed it.
but the propaganda, he's so peaceful. It's like, whatever.
He should have got a peace prize.
Yeah, whatever. Come on, man. He ain't done shit, man. But these people will just swallow up propaganda like it's nothing, man, because they don't understand the world. So a lot of these people, they have no understanding to break down an event with knowledge of history and context behind them. Because when I heard there's a ceasefire, I was like, okay, again? Oh, another one? All right, cool. How long is this one last?
I'll just get this term real quick. I'll read through it quickly. It says cognitive dissonance, right, is a term for the state of discomfort felt when two or more modes of thought contradict each other. The clashing conditions may include ideas, beliefs, or knowledge that one has behaved in a certain way. So the theory proposes that people are averse to inconsistencies within their own minds. It offers one explanation for why people sometimes make an effort to adjust their thinking when their own thoughts, words, or behavior seem to clash with each other. When one learns new information that challenges a deeply held belief, for example, or acts in a way that seems to undercut a favorable self-image, that person may feel motivated to somehow resolve the negative feeling that results. Right? So though a person may not always resolve cognitive dissonance, the response to it may range from ignoring the source of it to changing one's belief or behavior to eliminate conflict.
And they do a lot of ignoring.
Yeah.
The truth about Esau,
Absolutely.
Edom, and who the so-called white man is, a lot of people, even our people, they want to ignore it because it makes them feel more comfortable to believe, yeah, there's some Edomites out there on our side. Esau's not so bad. And that's what our people do. That's why they cling to Esau. Can just set up a guy and he can say he loves black people, and then they're quick to run to it because they just have to believe that there is an Edomite that's on their side. Whereas we're like, fuck all of them. We don't need none of them because we have Yahweh Shai. They don't have nothing. So they're like, oh yeah, you know, if Bill Clinton is the first black president. It's like, what are we doing here, man? Bill Clinton loves black people? What? Come on, man. Trump's a racist, but Hillary Clinton's not a racist. Okay. Fucking morons, man.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
They should believe a lie. And we've been out here for years telling people the truth of who Esau is, what he is, what he's doing. We're telling the truth of Yahweh Shai, who Yahweh Shai is, who his father is, what's happening. So you have a clear understanding of how the world actually works and what's happening. And you choose to reject it so you could be a Republican. That's the new thing now. Oh, the new thing is now Jake woke up to the Democratic Party. So now they want to be a Republican. I'm just face palming. It's like, oh, no, no.
From the frying pan to the fire.
Edom, whatever label you want to put on it, just slap Edom on it and understand it's Satan. It's It's there to destroy you.
Their system.
Like, don't worry about it, man. I don't care if man turn up just like a nun. If it's an Edomite, yeah,
Don't
it's there
trust
to
it.
destroy you.
Yeah.
Catholicism, like,
Mm.
prime example. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Alright, go on, let's keep it going, man.
John 8.
You got the Edomites Jake all over Twitter. Yeah, the Democratic Party. You know, they're against black people. Rarely they had a fool to rebut the Republic. I'm like, oh my
They still fools.
god, yeah, my dog. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Get out, man.
It's good to say the simple believe a lie. And that's what I mean. Like, the majority of people are simple, man. They don't want to hear the words of the Most High.
Yahweh Shai. That's
They'd
why.
rather
Yeah.
trust in Egypt. They'd
Yeah,
rather trust in the system and believe there's some way out, some way,
they're
some
looking
good
for
path.
that good Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, good Pharaoh, man. You're
Yeah.
supposed to trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what we're telling you.
Yeah.
That's the root of the whole thing, is to understand that this organism that we're dealing with has many heads.
Mhm.
When you're dealing with the Hydra, there ain't a good head.
Yeah.
They're all attached to the same body, and when they yam you up, yeah, it's going to the same belly. Don't pet the Hydra head. That's what we're trying to say. Man. Leave the Hydra alone, man. Walk away from the Hydra. Come to Yahweh Shai, because the scripture says, which we'll get it later, that I am the shepherd, man. I am the way and the truth. Yahweh Shai is the way, not Esau. You follow any avenue that Esau give you, you're gonna end up in destruction. Oh, capitalism is bad, so now you want to be a communist. Oh, man, none of those things are gonna work for you, because who set up communism? Esau, Edom.
He set up all these opposites.
No, I believe in socialism. Listen, how about you don't believe in none of that and stick to what's in the scriptures, and Yahweh Shai is going to set up a
His
system which is in the scriptures already of how you're supposed to operate, yeah, when we enjoy it for righteousness.
Yep.
Because when they put these labels on things, what ends up being a part of that label is Esau in control.
Yep.
Whether you want to call it socialism, whether you want to call it Nazism, whether you want to call it capitalism,
So
when you call it,
Edomite-
you're still gonna end up, yeah,
Edomitism.
with a raw ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, Edomitism. That's what it is, and they're running and controlling it all.
Yeah.
So deal with Israelitism. That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
I was gonna say that when you read through the scriptures, that's Jake, man. They've always been, no matter which captivity, Jake was always trusting in whether it was Egypt, whether it was to Ashtoreth, or it was like, look, man, we'll keep baking bread to Ashtoreth, man. We ain't gonna follow what Jeremiah say. What during the time of the Maccabees, I was like, look, man, since we left off dealing with the heathen, right, we've been just catching L's, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't understand it because you're dealing with the humans while you're catching hell in the
That's
first
right.
place.
Deal with these freaks. Can I grab this? Real,
Yeah, which is something else.
Since Proverbs 14 and 12, there's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
That's all Esau's gonna bring. At the end of the day, no matter which way you slice it, if you follow Esau, what's at the end of that road is death and destruction. And the proof of that is coming real soon. Because the end of America, right or left, is total thermonuclear destruction and a clean sweep. And it's gonna clean sweep every ideology, every flipping group, anything you can follow. The only people that's going to be delivered out of America is the elect, and those are the ones who trust and believe and follow Yahweh Shai. So what's that going to tell you? There's a lot of ideologies in America, a lot of ideologies, a lot of organizations, a lot of this, that, and the other, and none of them ain't going to get a seat on a chariot. They're all going to get liquidated.
This is like another thing, right? Let's say you've got a particular brand of car, right? And you're just taking the shit out because it's unreliable or whatever, right? And then, fuck this brand, fuck Skoda. I'm going to buy a Volkswagen. You buy the same who fucking make the shit.
Yeah.
And then you go, no, fuck Volkswagen, I'm going to buy an Audi. It's the same shit.
shit.
But one's German, one's this and that.
Yeah.
But it's the same shit.
thing. And then even then, you'll be like, effort, I'm going to go buy a Ford. Well, the airbag's still made in China by the same company, you know?
That's why all these things need to be dissolved, because it's one big mess. It's a trick. And Esau set up all these different avenues for you to get lost down. But there's one avenue that is not set up by Esau, which is this truth. This is set up through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, to lead you to the right way. And that's what we're trying to say, man. We come out here every week and brothers are just giving you so many instances and examples of how Esau ain't right, man.
Never been right.
And he ain't gonna get right.
You don't want to get
Leper can't change spots. And that's when the scriptures teach us so much. They teach us so much, but these Christians, they ignore simple lessons, man. They ignore simple lessons because their hope is really in the world. It's not in the hope of the kingdom.
They got you. A lot of these men are now following Andrew CIA Tate. Like he's a hero. He's not a hero. He's a demon, and he has a conflicting message, just like Tupac. 1 minute it's not about money, but then every
Get
minute
money.
that's what he's showing
Yeah.
people, like
Get
money.
money.
He's a confusion artist, man.
You're
You're a
Lamborghini.
bum, you ain't got money.
And he's a character, and he's set up to show you a childlike view of what manhood is. Yeah, the testosterone and shut up, man.
See, he fought Sonny Robertson, didn't
Yeah,
he? Right, but he's Islam, though, isn't it?
He's supposedly,
This
but
is
then
what-
he's
this-
also he's all
this is
over.
what I'm saying,
all
it's
over
just
the place.
always-
agent, man. They're all over the place, man. That's why there's own. Just listen to the prophets, man. We're gonna give you the 400 and the right perspective according to the spirit of the Lord. Not like these people. A lot of these people, they're just gonna lead you. They might say certain things that are correct because even a broken clock can be right.
Twice a day.
We're not saying that Edomite can't say something that's right, but what I'm telling you is it ain't gonna be too long till he gains your trust, and then he gonna tell you what's wrong, and then you're gonna believe that thing because you trust him because he said something good over here.
Trusted
Yeah.
in that man.
And that's how a con man. You understand how a con man operates, yeah? The word con in a con man means confidence, man. And the way you gain someone's confidence is by telling them the truth. You give this out, a con man will do business with you and you'll get returns. Okay, so I gave him $5,000 and I got two, 3, 4 grand back.
Must be
Yeah. And then it's okay, so give me 10 grand next time. And you give the man 10 grand. And remember, he's gonna bring back 15 for you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna do that and then you're like, fuck it, I'm all in here.
Yeah.
Take 2
All the
million,
chips in.
and you never see him again.
Yeah.
Why? Because the whole con was to gain your confidence in the small things and then catch you at the end.
Psalms 118, right? It says, verse 8, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have people like a lot of these manosphere guys, right? They say things that we will agree with. That doesn't mean that they're not agents of the gender war. Because a lot of their job is actually just to create a toxic environment. So you can have someone that says things that you agree with. That doesn't mean they don't have an alternative agenda to work against you.
Yep. And it
You know?
also makes it easier for E to black label you
Yeah.
because it's
So they'll get that guy to do some crazy shit, and now you're associated with them.
And then also it's that thing of like for instance the thing with Ike, where it's like Ike will speak about a whole load of stuff that is true,
Yeah,
but then he believes that
serpents.
reptilian. So then you bring up something. Oh yeah, where'd you hear that from? Well, Ike said it. Oh, so you believe in reptilians too?
Yeah.
And then it's just a way for Esau to just because then people aren't gonna want to say those points of view.
There you go. And then people don't understand that you're gonna have. That's how the devil operates. When we talk about deception, when we talk about lies, a lot of devils, the best devils, tell the truth 90% of the time. But it's that 10% of the lie that's gonna be to your detriment. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna have to gain. Just like Trump, there were things that Trump was saying when he was campaigning. That's why people were resonating with him. Because it's like, oh, he's saying it straight. Yeah, because he's a devil. He's saying those things because he knows it will itch your ear. Like, oh, that's what I've been wanting to hear. That doesn't mean he ain't gonna turn around then and deceive you and lie to you.
It's the same,
And do something else.
same with the serpent in the garden.
That's
it,
right.
yeah.
Got it. This is Genesis 3. I'm gonna start from the top, read into it quick.
Because what you say, people that wasn't possible. You have to know the truth to tell a lie, man.
Yeah.
Satan knows the truth very well, but he knows how to use that truth, those truths to manipulate you.
Oh,
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
like lie by omission.
Yes. Yeah. It's a big one. So it says now the serpent was more Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Which that word subtle, when you look into it, goes into crafty. Right? It says which
Yeah,
is-
like claiming the land for Christ. That's
yeah,
fucking crafty as hell. It's very difficult to speak against that.
Very disingenuous.
That sounds like something you could cheer for.
Yeah.
Gross.
Claiming the land, and then, but you got to break it into it. But then if you argue with him, man, if you're not good, he'll make you look dumb.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So what,
You know what Christ
you don't want Christ to claim his land?
Yeah.
He's against Christ.
You saying these heathens and these infidels?
Yeah. Blasphemy. Yeah.
And before you can explain your point, niggas
Exactly.
blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Hey, remember that film when he was like, "Are you saying the armies of the heathen will prevail against the Christians?" It's like blasphemy. God wills it, and got everyone killed, man. Yeah, but hey, that's another thing people don't realize. You ain't on your game, a devil will beat you in a debate.
Yeah,
That's what Charlie Kirk would do.
Yeah.
If you ain't on your game, someone who's telling a lie can actually defeat you in a debate,
Yeah.
just because they know how to manipulate words and set up traps for you. So that's another thing people don't realize. You could lose a debate and you could have been the one that was right.
Right. Yeah.
That's why we don't debate with
That's
those
what I'm about to
devils.
say. The debate's not done with
That
shit.
devils that have you looking crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't want to claim the land for Christ? This man don't want to claim the land for Christ. Yeah, but what I'm here, but
Yeah.
You don't believe.
Yep. Then what do you call it? Because what was that bloody that black chick, man? And it was like she was sitting in the thing, and there was like 20 people around her, like the conservatives.
Oh, yeah.
That one where it was like she wasn't actually really making a point like that. She was just like over shouting anyone that was kind of coming on, but it's because she was in that position of authority. You know?
Yeah, if you don't know, and that's why going back to the scriptures say, because if you are gonna get into it with someone, study to show thyself approved,
That's
a
it.
workman that's not ashamed, because you could get confounded in the scriptures simply because you ain't studied the scriptures,
That's it.
right? Because we've had Muslims come up and they're trying to say this and say that, and they've pulled a scripture out from somewhere, and if you ain't learned, you'll
know
get
what it means.
stumped by that. When it's like, hold on, I know what that scripture's talking about. I know the context. I know another precept, and you can handle it. But if you didn't, you'd be umming and ahhing, and then they see they got you, and then they just cook you up. Vocab will cook you up if you don't know the scriptures, man. Because these devils they know how to twist shit and win these arguments in that way. When really they ain't right. So it goes, if anything, you got to be on your game. You got to understand words. You got to look at the words that you're speaking. You know.
That's it.
Hey, it's more subtle, man.
It says, it says, and said unto the woman, yea, hath the Most High said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die.
That's the consequence. What's the Bible say? The wages of sin is death. And that's the Esau's goal in life, to undo that. Everything Esau's doing in this world is to undo the anti-life equation. He's trying to find a way to commit sin or do evil and not get the natural and right judgment, which is from the Heavenly Father. And that's why in their ideology, the one law they have is do as thou wilt.
No one shall interfere.
None shall interfere. And that's why they want to, their whole society is based upon not having to face consequences for transgression and sin.
Disprove God. Put themselves up as God.
Oh, God won't punish you. Don't worry about all that. We got technology. That's what the Harari guy said. We got the technology now that if he tried to flood the earth, we could do this and do that. We could control the weather. So they're trying to be their own God and free of judgment.
But that's what the man at Tower Bell thought, bro.
Yeah.
So the most scattered them.
They don't know the Most High could just make London open up and then springs come out. Most High's out there.
But that just proves, it's saying
Most High could clap
but this shows you haven't advanced any way, bro. You're still thinking on the same level these men were thinking of.
You're no closer than the
Hypocrites.
Babylonians and the fire sticks.
You're in the same position. Like, you're not any different or better just because you got a bit of technology. You're saying
You've got some shiny metal.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna find that out. And this is why Esau's the perfect example, because he's put himself up as the furthest extent man can get, with his technology. And when the Lord swat him like a fly, then everyone just be like, oh, okay. You know, like your man built up the villain and they got the big muscles, and man just come and just clap him off easy. Man's like, oh shit, okay. All hell. Man, I have to get humble.
That guy.
Yeah. Oh shit, we thought he was gonna do something. You know that how Errol Spence got dismantled. Them Errol sexuals was hurt after that. They really thought he could, and he just got mashed up. That shit will fuck your ego up, you know. He's humble.
He ain't put sense.
Hey, it's how the Lord gonna do Esau. All this technology, all these lies, all that he's done, and he's gonna get slapped out of here in about an hour, man. Oh, ain't gonna be no long drawn out 500-year war with the angels. He's gonna get slapped out of here real quick. Not even an inconvenience. Slap. First round KO, bro.
Yeah. Because it's like when you read what was it? When you read Ezra's, it talks about the mountain and stuff. The way like what I always picture it is just like how I just so nonchalant and everyone just zapped up.
Oh, man's heart's gonna fail when they see it. Man. Man's heart's gonna give up the ghost and just drop dead from seeing
Yeah,
the
because
Lord in
it's
the
a different
chariots.
level of power, and that's the biggest lie.
Mm.
That's what they're really hiding from the world is
That power.
the true power of this whole, which they know exists. They just proud enough to think they could circumvent, but they don't really want the world to truly. That's why in their movies they don't really have no movie. Look, man, look, movies affect your concept of the world because no matter what you do, seeing is believing. Even if something is crazy in a film and you know it's a film, you still saw it.
Yeah.
So it still plants that seed that it's possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a lot. I was actually thinking about that earlier on, but random. But it's like that idea of Prince Charming. Is that blonde guy or whatever have you? So when women are growing up, they think that is that is
Yeah, it's an image.
epitome. Yeah,
So when you look at the movies, right? How many
They deep
movies?
imprints in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many movies portray the Most High as we know He is?
Mm.
This unstoppable power that's just terrible.
Mm.
You know, the angels have got mad powers, and then no one can't step to it like
Mm.
it's done. No, you more likely see aliens like that. They'll show aliens. Oh, there's an alien.
Or they make angels human-like, like mortal even. Like they could lead and they
Yeah,
got emotions
They
and
nerve-
things like this.
nerve, man, up.
You know, they conflict in the mind and all these different types of
So
things. But
most
it's not.
people are not walking around. Their concept of God is like them. It's more likely. Oh, sorry. Say something there. This is a real small dog. It's like,
my step on the
Yeah.
dog, bro.
yeah, good for I didn't step back.
No, but you remember the one with the cat where they made God into a cat, and it was a cartoon on Netflix, man. They made the Most High into a cat, right? And then it was like heaven was punishing the Most
Oh,
High.
yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
I forgot what was.
Yeah, it's a Netflix.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
Netflix thing.
Yeah, they all
Yeah,
got
yeah.
together to
It's
punish
like
the
a
Most
board
High.
of
Yeah.
other gods, and they always have it. They always kind of,
like
if ever
Zeus
they
and
show
that.
the Most High,
Like,
they always incorporate the Most High with other gods. That's why they did in Supernatural as well. So if there is the Most High God of the Bible, these other gods still do exist on a level playing field. So most people, their mindset is not geared towards understanding the true power. They don't understand, and so how are you going to fare a power that
It's
it's not
resist.
it's not really in your mind. These people are more likely to believe aliens are real. You understand?
Yeah.
We're at the point now where the average person is more likely to believe that the biggest threat to mankind is some green aliens turning up and doing, because this what we're talking about is way out of people's imagination.
already down. I
This is more of a fairy tale, like, yeah, God, Moses, yeah, whatever. But aliens, oh yeah, what if that's a serious conversation. You go deal have a
They-
program on BBC. Oh,
They'd,
yeah,
they'd rather do a future unknown rather than a past
yeah. They
thing that's
don't,
been recorded. You know what I mean?
this is what they've
Mad.
done because Esau don't want the world to actually see the Most High as real. They don't really want that. And even Christianity doesn't really believe God is real. It's a
Because
fact.
it undermines Esau's position in the world. You know?
It's not real to them.
Because what Esau wants is for us people to come to him as this great being of,
Yeah.
of intellect and power.
Yeah,
That's
this
what
is
he
true.
wants.
He's the one. He's the powerful one. He's the one that can drop nukes and do things. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he wants the world to be. He doesn't really want the world to acknowledge that there is really
power.
in real life there's a true power and it's real. Because if you go around talking about angels, man, people just think it's something cute. People treat
With the pictures and
the thought of that
yeah.
as like you're just coping.
Yeah.
There's not a reality like angels. Oh yeah. It's something you just tell children just to make them feel better. But
Safe
it's
to feel
not,
safe.
it's not real.
Yeah.
It's like Santa Claus. Oh yeah, the angels are following you.
Very
Yeah. Even though we know these men are demons, but in generally, people are more likely to believe in demons and respect demons because again, if you watch these movies, the demons are powerful.
Yeah.
The Conjuring and that, the demons are powerful. The demons are the ones man should be scared of. The demons are the ones ripping people apart.
Yeah.
It's not the angels you should be scared of. They only made like one film like that. Back in the day, I forgot the name of the film. It was that one film where the angels was coming down and murking people. And, you know what I mean? But anyway,
Isaiah 45:6-7, it says, "But they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else."
There's no one on the Most High's level. It don't exist. You know?
well, that kind of in the language, isn't it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Most.
The most high.
Supreme. Verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
Mhm.
I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
That's the Most High is the ultimate, man. He's controlling everything, the most highest power in existence. So, like what we're saying, like when these these movies, they compare God to other deities, and or even humans can beat the Most High in some of these supernatural things. There,
Crazy.
it's stupid, but it lowers your
Respect.
your respect for the
Respect,
heavenly
yeah.
Father, man. You know.
Can I get a preset real quick? This is Job 37 and 22. It says, fair weather cometh out of the north, with God is terrible majesty.
Mm.
And that's what these people are gonna realize, man. Like, you're dealing with terrible powers, man. Terrible, terrible, terrible powers. In before the Lord and his son, you're powerless. You are nothing. You are like
Respect.
you're in you there's despair, and that's what you're gonna find out. Like, if they're really if the Most High is against you,
There's
you
something you can
become despair. You become now a vessel of hopelessness, because there is no hope.
Mhm.
There is no hope, and Esau is gonna learn that perfectly. When Yahweh Shai comes, they're gonna learn what true despair and hopelessness is.
It's like, I was thinking about you talking about a con man, right? And really, when you look at like Satan and them, right? Because who they really work for?
Yeah, the con.
But Esau's just that he believes it, man.
Yeah,
Esau,
he thinks he's got a chance, but
that's it.
it's a futile endeavor to come up against a power. We're just men.
Yeah.
You don't even know that you came into this world and you spent most of your time not even self-aware, man. I tell that to my kids all the time, man. I say, listen, yeah, you think you're on levels, but for a good chunk of your life compared to me, you weren't even aware of who you were, what you were, or what's going on. When you're a baby, you don't know shit. Like, you're not even aware that you're alive.
Yeah.
You don't even know you're alive. You don't even know what being alive means, bro. That's how low you just get. You spawn into this world, right? And you have to learn. Imagine this. You have to learn, and if no one taught you or nothing was around, if someone just put you in a room and just left you there, what would you do?
You would die.
Die, or you know what I'm saying?
Helpless. Yeah.
Say someone just slid food under a fucking in the slot. What would you be?
Bro, you wouldn't learn to talk.
You wouldn't learn. You wouldn't
Yeah. Just snapping the floor or something.
You're like, so then how you gonna even think that
I don't know.
you can learn something that's gonna put you against the Almighty Power, who never learned anything? The Most I don't learn.
He is.
He
What you
don't
just
learn. Like, you're coming up against a power that created knowledge. You don't create knowledge, and this is the difference.
That just knows.
It just knows.
Just knows.
You found
I know.
when you go research. Oh, look at this leaf, and then you're like, okay, so under the leaf you got stomata. Okay, so now you made a word for it.
Exactly.
Look at me, I'm so intelligent. Yeah, but the Lord created it.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
You didn't make it. You didn't put it here.
Yeah.
So even when you're doing witchcraft, right? You have to ask yourself, okay, so if you learned some method of witchcraft to jailbreak reality, yeah, so you could do this and that, yeah. Well, you gotta ask yourself, if that's possible, why is it possible? Someone set that up to be a thing, right? Yeah, it was the Most High.
Yes.
So how you gonna beat the Most High with what he created?
You're a little bit annoyed.
It don't make no sense, man. But this is we're dealing with we're dealing with a devil, man.
What's his pride?
Pride, man. It's a foolish thing to try and come up against the Most High.
Pride was not made for man.
Yeah, like, what are we really, man? We're just down here,
Bag of bones.
you know, and anything can happen to you at any moment, man, and you're just hurt. You know what I'm saying? You can so many times in your life, yeah, you're in a situation, you're like, fuck. What do I say? If I had wings, I could fly.
I was gonna see.
Hey, there's a man right now in a situation. If they had wings, they would fly. Them man are in a cartel room somewhere getting
Yeah.
getting fucking skinned. You know, having to humble themselves.
Mm.
Please, no more. That can happen to anyone.
Oh, you go.
You know, that
And,
can't happen to the Most High.
and you consider that as a bad spot to fall into, right?
Yeah.
To be in hand to hand of one of these cartels, skinning you,
The
flaying
Most
you.
High put you there.
Bro, but the Most High is 10 times worse than that. Or
Exactly.
infinitely worse than that. Because the Most High put you in the first place.
And he could kill you and bring you back and
yeah,
put you
they
through
put
it again.
Oh, like the guy in the Tesla, man.
Oh yeah, he got burned up.
Yeah, because it's like more times like people die a lot quicker than that, isn't it? But he was screaming for a while.
Despair.
Crazy.
I was at
Yeah.
despair. You know?
Shall seek
And
death.
that can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I feel. We're not special in that way. Like, so how are you getting puffed up to come out? Hey, go on now. This guy's crazy. Do a couple rituals and you become Superman. You know what I mean?
This is book of Psalms 147:5. Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite.
In infinite understanding, man. The Lord never had to do research. These men just start flying today. What does that mean? That flying is even possible was created by the Most High. So he really invented it.
Yeah. Because
Like,
yeah.
what are we doing here? Like, the chariots have been around. Like.
And he can only fly to the bounds that the Lord has allowed him to fly. Because the chariots, they be doing stuff.
They go where they want to go.
But
where
let
they
me
wanna
ask you a
go.
question, right?
Hover, no.
Do they improve on planes all the time? I mean, as in, they do, right?
Oh, yeah.
They improve on
Yeah.
it. So you ain't on a level.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You haven't got the finish.
You constantly could, if you could make something better, that means you didn't have it the best it could
Best
be in
at
the
first,
beginning.
yeah.
Which means you're a work in progress. Bro, we're dealing with the Most High, bro. Most High don't. Huh?
The camera.
Yeah, the cameras keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
But the Most High, come on, man.
But it's all to imitate something that the Most High already created.
The Most High is a being that he is. He doesn't learn. He doesn't need to research and let me figure out how this works. Oh, that's how that. No, he makes it work like that. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is.
And he can break the rules of this earth as well.
Because he makes the
'Cause he makes
rules.
the rules.
You got to play by the
Yeah.
rules. Even if you're doing witchcraft, you're still playing by rules. So there's rules to the game.
Yeah.
The Most High made his own rules.
Yeah.
Because he's the Most High, man. So you Edomites are finished out here, and you always have been. And that's why we have to have this confidence. When you you have to be confident against Esau. We've been traumatized and programmed to fear Esau, man. Whether you believe it or not. This under the system of Edomite supremacy, Jake fear Esau because that's what the system creates. It creates in you a fear of him. You come into this truth, you start to understand that he's nothing to be scared of. He's just a man. He's not God. You are just simply bad product. That's it. You start meditating on the Most High, you're like, raw, man, I'm checking in with the Most High.
Yep.
What am I worried about this prick for? This dickhead who come with a gun and shoot you in the head. The Most High, so what? Okay, you shoot me in the head.
Raise back up.
Most High will bring me back, have me sitting in the chariot, sipping on, chilling, watching you burn. Well done. And then on top of that, he's gonna bring you back. I'm gonna have you on my plantation, and I'm gonna take the piss, mate.
Yeah.
So what is it then? Who are you really? And that's the kind of vibration we're supposed to have in ourselves, where we can stand boldly against Esau because we know who Esau is, and more importantly, we know who the Most High is, man. So it's like, well, if the Most High is my father, why the hell am I worried about this pussy old? This guy ain't nobody really. Who is he? Who is this guy? I'm gonna say it like Mace. Who is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Who is he? Like, really and truly, who is he?
He's just been given a little season, man.
That's it.
He's still regarded as the basest of man, you know. And it's one of them ones that's like when you read through the scriptures, man, the Lord always came up, man. I was one priest I've just been thinking about, man. Scripture says the Most High rebuke kings for their sake, for the sake of the prophets, man.
Yeah.
We got to believe.
Bro, we got the ultimate back at it. You got to think of it like that. We have got most man. Like, listen, yeah, we all know that Brer, that his older brother was like, you know, he was in year 7 and he had a brother in year 11, one of the bad boys. Ain't nobody fucking bad. Let's be honest. So man had that back at him, had extra boldness in it.
Mm.
And if you was his brethren, you could have extra boldness
Exactly,
too.
exactly.
We know how the game works, right?
That's
If
it,
man's got that older brother that's doing things in the bits in the ends, man automatically
He ain't moving
certain
scared.
man are
He
not,
ain't
yeah,
moving
he ain't
scared.
moving scared.
Yeah.
But even when the certain elders are trying to
Yeah.
come round, but yo, bro, oh wait, that's my man's brother.
Yeah.
Man, no, because
Mm.
the
That's
older
it.
brother's gonna
Yeah,
come
allow
and
him,
weigh
allow
man in.
him.
When you ain't got a brother now, then
Free.
you gotta be standing up on your own.
Yeah.
If that works on that level, then why are we gonna be worried about Esau when our father is
Sorry.
the most high? That's the next level back at it. That's better than any big brother or no bad man cousin. You know when man got a gunman cousin, man a proper boulder out here. Because man know their crazy gunman cousins come through and just lit up the party. Well, the most high with chariots and armies of angels, we got the ultimate back
With
at it.
infinite power and immortality.
That's why the Lord told us, fear not thou Jacob. He said, fear
Ah,
not,
but-
man. The scripture says, one of my favorite scriptures, man. Let me get it real quick. So when we're getting on Esau, it's for a reason, because we're building up your brother's mentality to understand who he is, what he is, and to not fear him. Because the ones who fear him and look at Esau as something, they're the ones that's gonna worship the beast and take the chip.
Yeah.
Because they fear him. They look at him like he's a god. He no god. He's a fart sniffer, bro. That's what he
He's
is.
a fraud.
He is. Bro, these Edomites are weird, man.
Yeah.
Because I ain't most nowadays I work fully remote, but every now and then I got to go into the office and that. And it's about you so you forget sometimes, innit? Then when you're in the office, just observing, I was like, yo, these men are different, man. These men are weird.
They're
You know?
just men.
Like
This-
what? It's like what Alazar and them did. That's an Edomite. That's just Esau.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, that's nothing. Like
the normality of
But
That's
that's
the normal-
that's what he
that's
was
what they-
desiring.
yeah,
He's got a white man complexion, but he wants to get inside. Or the white man to get inside him.
yeah.
The hell with these man.
Yeah.
All the, like they're just men, man. We have back
Oh.
if that's on a different level. This Psalms 46:10. This is what the Lord said. He said, "Be still
Mm.
and know that I am God." What does it mean to be still? Like chill. Don't be all acting all crazy. Like you might feel a little. The body's gonna have a little reaction and anxiety, but don't be bugging out. It's just Esau, man. What's he gonna do? Oh, kill me. All right, go on. If you truly believe the Most High and the Yahweh Shai have the keys to hell and death, Yahweh Shai living forevermore, then what we really got to worry about? We don't really. The only thing Esau can really threaten us with, what? Pain and death. Those things are temporary. They don't last forever. But the Lord give us everlasting life, and then you better hope the Most High don't turn up.
Oh,
You better hope that the angels don't crash through the, because then you double cooked
yeah.
right there. Now,
Quick,
oh, let me finish it. He said, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of armies is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge." You see what I'm saying? Yeah, go on. Now.
Matthew 10:28. Fear not them which kill the body,
Mm.
but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Hell,
So,
there you go. And that ain't talking about no mythical region. That's right here. 'Cause that's what's going to happen. As big and bad as these proud as these Edomites speak here, there's going to come a day where they're going to be at our mercy, man. And I mean real mercy. I mean, like, man's going to be chilling just like this, popping wine, and man is just going to be like, yo, see them two Edomites over there, just tell man, yo, go whip them dudes. And they're going to be, they ain't going to know, they're just going to be over there like, and we're just going to watch man get whipped. See that? You're at our mercy because we're going to have these men under our complete control. And it's who's going to really do that? Is it us that's going to do it? No, because we're just men. It's the Most High that's going to make it happen. So why are we worried about a guy that, yeah, today you're a king, tomorrow, the truth about mankind is this. Today you could be a king, and tomorrow you could be in a pit with feces and a man laughing at you. This is the truth.
Ask Gaddafi and them, man.
This is the truth. Today you're a king, tomorrow you're in the pits with no respect.
To say it's nothing for Most High to make a poor man rich and a rich man poor, basically, you know?
So why are you looking at Esau like, oh, like
Because he's convinced you he's gonna be on top forever.
yeah, like he's the guy. Oh,
Star Trek, you know what I mean? Man's gonna be here forever calling the shots.
got an AI.
USS Enterprise, you know?
You got Skynet. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right, good. I mean, yeah,
Fucking nerds.
it's some shit, yeah, but ain't nothing like what the Most High got.
But it's funny though, because even in his in his own films with his AI, the AI realizes he's the devil.
Yeah.
Because it was the one with Shia LaBeouf, Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye was like, oh, these man, they just did that. Yo, they need to all go. That's what Eagle Eye, the AI was like, these man need to all go. We need to set up a new leader up in this shit, man.
Bullshit, man.
You know, I got this. I was talking about basically 2 Corinthians 4:17. So for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
That's right, man. The Lord, if the Lord is a true power and he is the Lord over the whole earth, he is. See, look, man, you got the man begging Esau for reparations, which is all a psyop. The fuck Esau? Esau ain't gonna give. I already broke down the numbers, man. I did the calculations. I'm an accountant on the weekend. I did the calculations. Esau owes. If Esau was to really, you're not gonna pay You only pay reparations when you can pay it.
Yeah.
When you, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like we're not all that honorable.
Generous, yeah, generous.
Listen, if I do something and I harm a guy, right, and he comes to me, looks, man, you did this to me, yeah, and he said, yeah. I said, how much is it to pay it off? He's like, yeah, $1,000 or something. Yeah,
you got like 10.
Okay, man, I'm sorry, man, I hate that grand. But there comes a point, yeah, where it's like, well, yeah, I owe you everything I have, plus I got to go slave for you for the next 40 years, yeah, and my family. You better get the fuck off, bro. You better come back. Next time you come back, you better come back strapped. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest now. Like there comes a point, yeah, where like criminals are not gonna want to turn themselves in if they know the penalty is more than they're willing to pay.
Yeah.
If you know that you're going to death row and you're gonna, that man would rather go out.
Yeah.
That man will go out with the police.
Oh, is it called death by cop?
Yeah, like what am I going death row? If I know that I can't beat this case and I'm about to get 550 years plus death penalty, might as well go out in a blaze of glory. There's nothing for me.
Yeah.
That's really the situation Esau's in with the reparations. According to the Bible, when you steal, you owe between 5 to 7 times what you stole. Plus the ill-gotten gains, right, is also, you owe that too. So really, Esau's whole system, what he owes us is everything plus more.
And
Are
then,
you gonna pay that?
and it's, so ain't there also a law where it's like if a man's unable to work for a period of time, like basically what he would have earned during that time, you got something like
He's
that
cooked.
as well?
He's cooked. He owes blood and he owes money that he ain't going to be willing to pay. So don't even engage in that negotiation. I would know, listen, man, why am I going to tell this Edomite, you need to pay me reparations when I know the reparations he needs to pay is everything he owns, and plus now he's going to have to work for me for about 7 generations. Listen, bro, the only way I'm going to get him to do that, I have to make him do that. No man is just going to be like, all right, cool, let's shake on it. So don't bother. Don't even go to Esau. The Lord said, I will restore you. The Lord is the one that's going to have to give us the reparations. He's going to make Esau cough it all up. Esau's not going to do it of his own accord. That would be crazy. I wouldn't even expect him to do that. I wouldn't respect that. I wouldn't even trust that.
What's going on?
That don't make no sense, man.
It's what the scripture says, the saints shall take the kingdom.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it has to be taken. But we're not the ones that's gonna take the kingdom. The saints are gonna take it through Yahweh Shai. Because he's the one that's gonna come and conquer. The scripture says in righteousness, he doth judge and make war. So all we gotta do is teach the word. So you ain't gonna see us up there arguing with Edomite talking about pay me reparations. Like what's his name? Lenny
Henry?
Was it Lenny Henry or which one of them was it, man? The Negro the other day in the UK that was doing some speech talking about reparations.
Because he's like, he was never that guy, isn't he? He's always the one that used,
Now it's a sire. Bro, we're not even gonna have that conversation because any number you give them, you've just lowballed us. And I'm not taking no lowball. Because I know that I can't think of a number in my head that he owes, because the number he owes is way bigger than I've ever seen. They were talking about 20 million. Bro, you mad?
What do you do with that?
The blood as well, bro.
And then you've seen all families, 20 million each. What?
And this is the thing, man. Let's be real. Chappelle ended that whole reparation conversation years ago. He broke it down. As soon as he gives he gives you money.
Bro, taxes are going up, bro.
But tax are going, but what you gonna do? You're just gonna go
Yeah, yeah.
and spend it back.
Back,
Remember
back,
they said
yeah.
Fubu and KFC made the
It's like,
merger.
it's like a lifelong loan.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
It ain't gonna happen. It's not. Come on, we already broke down just now how Esau's a miser, and now you're gonna negotiate with a miser to get a payout like that.
He ain't gonna give it up.
Come on, man, let's just keep it real. Just pray to
Wait
the
till
Lord, man.
That's it.
Wait till the Lord.
Bro,
Be
so-
patient.
Because the Lord is in His power. Remember, the earth still belongs to the Lord.
Yep.
The Bible says the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Esau is just temporarily has it, but this is still his earth.
Man's got it on rent.
Yeah, it's not actually.
Oh, and his
you know.
lease is up.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
the
it.
lease sold?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
That's it.
You can't renew it.
And then, but you know that's what Esau's doing. You know when someone's got that lease or they know they're about to, and they're a bad
Yeah, they put the
tenant.
price up.
You know the bad tenant. They just what? They just be going mad. It's like, well, I'm gonna have to leave the house anyway.
Mm.
You know, let it go into disrepair and this that and the
I've
other.
seen
do
them
the
on
most.
run it
nasty.
to the
They
ground,
put
innit?
feces on there.
Yeah.
I've
So
seen
that's
that.
what Esau's done. So scripture says he destroyed the earth. Should just destroy them that destroy the earth. That's what he's done. He's just gone on a mad one, man.
And then even then, the earth's gonna be all right
That's it.
because the Lord has that power. We're gonna heal the earth up nicely.
It's like there was I spoke about a camp a couple of weeks ago, man. They found one like herb or something that binds to microplastics. So it's like the Most High, almost like the Most High knew he was gonna create this devil, and I was like, all right, cool. There's this other thing I know is gonna fix it. Don't worry. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
the earth is gonna be
everything.
fine, man.
Yeah.
You know, the earth is gonna recover and it's gonna be in the strength because that's how, like you said, that's how the Lord would have never let this devil take the earth and then destroy it.
That's
You
it.
know?
Yeah, that's it. Because even we talk about the nuclear pollution that you saw spreading the earth, but there's a way to undo all that. There's a way to undo all that.
We
The
have
Most
the
High knows.
technology.
Yeah, the Most High knows. You know, and we're gonna, it's gonna be.
It's part of the element.
But it's just elements the Most High created in the
Well,
first
yeah,
place. So he
Shai
knows
was
how to
turning
manipulate
water
them
into
and
wine.
change it
So
to
he's
what he wants.
already done mastered the physics, man.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's crazy. And it's just simple
it's
things
mad.
like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's mad.
People don't even realize that.
That's
That's how you know Esau's not on no level.
Mm.
Because I dare an Edomite to turn water into wine. Them man are gonna have to build bare machines, and they still won't be able to do it. Hydrogen colliders, all sorts,
Generated.
just to try and squeeze it out. And it'll be vinegar.
When they say the Large Hadron Collider, that shit's large.
It's massive.
Like,
Miles, miles.
Yeah, let me see how much they
Miles
spent
of
on
shit,
that
man.
shit. You know, it just goes to show you.
Because they want to.
Because I
Smash
always
that
remember the Apostle Ramla did it. So I always remember it, man. He did a series. Esau has the know-how to do better, man. Like the amount of money that they've spent on making men into women,
Yeah.
Large Hadron
Such a
Colliders,
waste.
weapon war,
Smash it.
right? Bro, they got a budget of $850 billion a year
It's ridiculous.
Why?
for war. Get people in America in deep poverty.
That would make no sense.
All they have to do is not make weapons for 1 year, and America
Because
would
they
be
want
better.
to find out how black holes work. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Right.
Like, they ain't got nothing. If there's black holes, they ain't got nothing to do, bro.
Yeah,
It's out
yeah,
there
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
If that's the case, man.
Oh, Esau.
You know.
Yeah,
Shit,
no.
More about what's here on Earth, isn't it?
I got a precept. But make sure. So Isaiah 31 and 3. It says, and it says, now be
You got too much money, bro. That's what it is. You got too much
Just
money.
starving on the planet, man.
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy. Like, why? Like, you know, there's not a good reason for it. It's some witchcraft. There's not really a good reason. The cost has to match the benefit, and ain't no one had a benefit. Anyway, go on. Go on.
Isaiah 31 and 3. And it says, now the Egyptians are men and not God.
Yeah.
And their horses flesh and not spirit.
Mhm.
When the Lord shall
Because the spirit trumps it all, man. Most I rolling with the spiritual power, and it trumps all technology that
And
you
then-
have.
and this
currently.
applies to Esau, man. Esau, the technology is impressive to men, but it ain't impressive to the Most High.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not at all. Them chariots, man. It's another level, man. It's a level that is. Well, we're gonna see.
Can't be obtained.
We're gonna
know?
see.
Right, the Lord.
These are vehicles that are multi-dimensional, man. You know what I mean? The Lord was all that the pillar of fire
By night.
and the cloud during the day.
Mm.
Come on, lumens, bro. Go on, man.
and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fall together.
There you go. And that's going to happen even now with all this technology they got and all that stuff they think they got, man. It's the same shit, innit? It's all atoms, innit? This one's going to tear it up.
A bit more. For thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come, and for the hill thereof.
Yeah.
So will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
So you hear when the scriptures speak in Revelation 7, you know, the Lord coming with clouds and chariots coming. It's on it's on some serious business, man.
Yeah.
And that's when the world is gonna understand what true power is all about. Because all this time, since Esau made fire come down from heaven, Esau's been the power in the earth. Man's like, okay, Esau's got it. Esau's the one where you could just be standing there and it's like, and shit just get torn up, yeah.
In your house, bro. The shit come through the window.
Yeah, you blow your shit up with precision.
Yeah.
But even on that level he's on, the Most High is on a way different level.
Yeah.
Way different level. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna find that out, man. And the earth is gonna find that out. And the righteous order is gonna be set that people are gonna put the Most High back where he belongs. So stop looking at this low density boned devil as being somebody, man.
Yeah.
So the Most High is going to come violent, man.
Violent.
Violent. Can I just read this quick? It's Isaiah 42, verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. Yea, he shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry.
Yeah, a long time holding. This is Edomites have been doing so much crud. You know, for a minute now.
Violating, bro.
Moving hella pride, yeah. And the Lord's just been, you know, just letting him go. And the longer they go, the more proud they become.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's the scripture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
You know, we all right. You know, we could, maybe we can win. You know, that's how they're thinking.
He's scared.
Hey, that's because even in Isaiah 42, it says, they shall say, surely the Lord is a power that hideth himself. But if the Lord wanted to, he could have done. The chariots could just be like a thing where not where you're like, oh, is that a chariot? The chariots could just pop up and just be. You see an angel in it, like,
I was in the whole time.
Exactly. Sure.
vaporize a cow.
Well, the thing is, like, you remember in the 50s, like, there was a football match where the chariot just parked up, man. You know, the angels there on break. You know, they're having their lunch break. It was parked in front of the stadium, bro. And the whole city was shook.
Bro, trust me, that could be like a thing, and that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom. It tells you the chariots are gonna be around, like it's gonna be. But the Lord really has been hiding himself. He's been working behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how these people don't really respect it. But the Lord gonna show himself, man, and that's gonna be a spooky day, boy.
Like the movie Arrival, isn't it? The chariots.
Right.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, because one of the things that says, when the Lord cometh, shall he find faith in the earth? But the Lord wanted people to go through this period of time where it was a testing of our faith. Do we believe? Right? Lord also said to Thomas, I believe, he said, basically, blessed are they that believe and hadn't seen. You know, you believe because you've seen, but blessed are they that believe and hadn't seen. Right? Now, there are going to be people when the Most High really starts opening up, right? We start showing certain things that are going to be like, oh, shit. You know, but, you know, it's just like the Lord could have had it, right? But the Lord wanted to have that faith.
But we could have been out of this captivity time ago. But that's what makes them more bold. It's like, right, we've done all these things to these people, and the Lord ain't really done that. And so he just forgot about them. He ain't, because to them, it's years and years and years, but to the Lord, it ain't even that long.
Yeah. You're going to sleep somewhere or something. You know?
Man, listen, man, I love degrading Esau. But he should be degraded, man. This man's been put on way too much of a pedestal. And that, you know, showing himself on TV all the time, always talking. You know what I mean? Like, you got to start putting him where he belongs. He's just a man. He's just a man that got put in got lucky, man. Got put into a position. Or unlucky, depending on how you want to put it.
It says, now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs. I will make their rivers, rivers islands, and will dry up the pools.
And
terrible.
this earth needs that. You know what I mean? Like pure dominance.
Devastation.
Each round, he's winning every round. No punches landed against that. A flawless victory. That's what it's gonna be. Because this earth needs to be humbled, bro.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned that because they tried to do the Roswell
yeah,
psyop,
yeah.
the Men in Black psyop,
Yeah,
and that's a psyop because they don't want people to know that the chariots, because the chariots is a real phenomenon, but they don't want people to know that it's the like we was discussing earlier, that they don't want people to have that mindset of the Most High and the angels.
Yeah.
So they actually the ones that have pushed the idea of little green men
Yeah.
through what? Hollywood.
Through Hollywood.
E.T.
Once,
E.T.
you know?
Go. People don't realize you had the two main. A lot of these sci-fi films showed people things that it blew. Like now, where obviously in our generation, we just see that shit like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So you just turn on your damn TV, and there's a spaceship and all that. You're like, yeah, whatever. What's that else? Back in the day, when man were going to watch Encounters of the Fourth Kind,
There was a
that shit
big
was
deal.
blowing people's minds. Like, oh, but then what are they blowing their mind with? They're now incorporating the idea of the chariot with an alien, and that sticks to their mind. It's now
That's that controlling narrative.
now you're controlling the narrative.
Especially after the 50s. Remember, there was a big sighting in I think in 1950. Yeah, in 1952.
Yeah. And
Where it
then
was a
now,
real
because of the
chariot
movie,
sighting,
you think it's an alien
Yeah.
because of E.T. How popular was E.T.?
So Roswell 3 not so much of a cover-up, more of a fabrication.
It's more of a fabrication.
It's a fabrication because they never shot down no. But it was a counter psyop. Oh, they're hiding, but you know what they're hiding. They're hiding aliens, and then they'll have guys like Area 51,
Yeah.
and then they'll have people like Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was in this. Yeah, so you're telling me you was in a top secret facility dealing with UFOs and aliens, and they've let you come out so you can go on Joe Rogan to tell everyone about it. Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's all part of the psyop, so that to lead people down the rabbit hole, and it's a big rabbit hole. But it's, according to some people, there's like 1,000 different type of aliens on the planet right now. Like, yo, you go down that conspiracy, that alien conspiracy. That's just deep.
Galactic Council.
Yeah.
Grays,
Area
you got the
and
Grays and
next name.
you know, all this
James.
shit.
James.
It also pushed-
everyone.
Hiding their noses.
It's that Men in Black. Isn't it? They all take-
Shut up.
So also it says well also gives this idea that it's defeatable.
Yeah, because they crashed. They said that the aircraft at Roswell it crashed and they recovered dead aliens and did an autopsy and all this stuff.
Autopsy.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
That's
You
wicked
guys-
as hell.
You guys there with a knife,
Isn't it?
you know, trying to see his organs and shit.
But
Come
Hollywood,
on,
man,
it happens.
you know, because even with the whole makeup artists and with the suits and that kind of stuff, like they'll show shit like that.
Come on.
Every time they talk about space or we found this in space, bro, it's just CGI.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing real, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing real. Just some David Attenborough shit. Oh, you know, just the odds.
All that to cover up because, like we said earlier, if people knew that the chariots, the actual chariot sightings, the real sightings, was angels, that
Bug
will
out.
totally reconstruct their mindset to a biblical worldview.
Yeah,
And they don't want that. They want you like there's an alien, little green man, and that's
God doesn't talk about aliens though.
yeah.
It's just
yeah,
another way to
that's
say,
another way.
yeah,
Yeah. Fuck it out.
But you know what?
Double.
That's spiritual. But when you think about it, that's why the scripture says that when the Lord comes, it's gonna be as the lightning. So no, he still can't have time to control no lightning. Lightning is here. It's here. So everyone's going to see in one moment. Yeah.
And it is synonymous. The fact you want little green men. There's a reason that was pushed through popular media for a reason. Because remember, Hollywood is linked with the CIA. It's a psychological operation. Everything they show you in these films is for a reason. It's because it affects the way you think and what you accept. So now, that whole generation of people really more believe in aliens than they do in God. It's true because that's what they saw growing up. You know.
I've got this one from before. Talking about all of the evil that Esau's done. It's in Psalms 50 and 21. These things thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I'll reprove thee.
Yeah, like these fuckers believe that the Lord's with them. Like especially these bonehead bacon Brits. I said, I'll be probably cursing them out for weeks. Bro.
They're the worst.
They're the worst, bro. Especially when you're going on like on Twitter, you be seeing their like mindset.
Mate, this is a Christian
Yeah,
country.
Listen,
I've never read the Bible now.
Listen,
bro, we can't spell Bible.
Bro,
People, they're probably
this is
spelling
what we
people.
do know, yeah?
Yeah.
The most unpopulated, listen,
Yeah.
there ain't nowhere more unpopulated in England than a church.
Yeah.
Unless,
No one's there. Bro.
unless
Yeah.
it's a Nigerian,
Nigerian.
or Jamaican,
Yeah,
or it's Jake.
yeah.
I'm
My,
talking about an actual
you know,
Church of England, Anglican.
no one's there,
or-
bro.
But they know
Empty
there.
as shit.
Bro, there ain't no one there.
No.
Unless there's a wedding.
Yeah,
Unless
wedding,
there's a wedding or a funeral.
a funeral,
right?
baby
You know-
shower, maybe.
You go barking, yeah?
Yeah,
You go barking. Bro,
christening.
on a Sunday,
Yeah.
or bare time,
Yeah.
you just pull up here, you just see bare Jake and that outside eating, flipping food.
Yeah,
Bro, remember when remember near your yard, there was that church?
Mm, mm.
I never seen no one go in or out of there, bro.
My mom got married with the priest there or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they have to go to the church to get married, didn't it? That's the reason they go.
No.
They never went before that.
Yeah.
They never not once.
These Brits, right, it's a Christian
Christian
country.
country.
These men have never been church unless it was, like,
An emergency.
like, yeah, like
Funeral.
a funeral
Yeah,
or a wedding.
yeah.
The only mans that are going church, the reason there's an economy on a Sunday
Jake.
is because of Nigerians
Yeah.
and flipping,
Yeah.
mainly the Nigerians.
It's mainly
man.
Nigerian.
Whole fucking bus fulls of Nigerians,
Yeah.
aunties and that, driving through to get dropped off at church, man.
Yeah.
You know? This is the reality. The ones who are keeping Christianity alive
Jake.
in England are the immigrants.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
The immigrants, mainly from Nigeria, West
Ghana,
Africa, and
Greece.
the Caribbean. Edomites when vocab came over here, that's why he ain't come back.
Yeah.
Come on,
He was
vocab.
like, bro, man.
These men are not on nothing over here. And then they talk about how they're building all these mosques. But no one's stopping you from building churches. But you know why you're not building no churches?
No.
For it.
That's a good point.
But they're lying because you know what? There is a demand for churches. But for Jake, because these men will take every flipping warehouse.
Bro.
Storage room. Yeah. School.
Storage
Remix that. Yeah.
Yo, them men will turn
Salvation,
anything
this and this.
into a church. Them man was
Bro,
them
I
man
see
lucky
it.
that they ain't turned past a parliament into a church.
That's for real.
So,
You gave them the option, they would. That's what
so the hypocrisy.
They even showing them mans in the cinemas now, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the cinemas now. Yeah.
So the
Fucking
hypocrisy
audience.
of the British
Yeah.
I think
Like,
they recorded
Edomite,
them,
yeah, to
in
be
the cinema.
pushing all
So you
this
can go to the
Christian
cinema,
things,
use that place and
but
worship
they
in the
don't
cinema
even-
after the thing.
the 99% of them,
Even
the only
then
thing
it's not good.
Christian about them is the fact that they celebrate Christmas
Yeah.
and they buy Easter eggs at Easter. They don't really care about the Bible.
Which is not Christian, by the way.
Yeah, which is not Christian. Well, they're Christian. They don't go to church on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? The pub is more of a place they would go to
Bro,
than anything.
It is.
That's
It
their
is.
culture thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's true.
But the hypocrisy, oh yeah, this is a white Christian nation, but you never cared about nothing to do with the Bible. What we doing?
Like, don't lie to us. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen you
Stop
all
fronting,
these
man.
years, and now
Bro.
because of migrants, you care about Christianity. Get out of here.
When was you in school, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, now, all you brothers, whenever in school, did you turn up on a Monday, ask a man what he was doing on
Yeah.
Sunday, and he said he went to church?
We never heard of
I ain't heard that.
I ain't never heard that. Oh, and this is a real thing.
I'm
Sunday
I have
roast.
never, ever, 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 ever,
Yeah.
ever heard an Edomite say, I went to church on Sunday. It's always the man them, and you had to be dragged there. You know what I mean? You couldn't miss it unless you was proper ill. Like, man's like, yeah, you got to church. Like, come on, man. You know,
Yeah,
man.
Make sure, auntie, make sure.
Man are all up in there. You want to turn up to Sunday school. You got to praise and worship. We know how the thing go. Why are these Edomites pretending, bro?
In the next 10 years, it's
You
going to be
ain't done-
Islamic.
Yeah, you ain't done nothing.
Probably. Probably because you, man, you don't have your religion is just being gay or something.
You know what? I have a
Taking
quick
cocaine.
word. I'll be short. Psalms 36:1. the transgression of the wicked saith within mine heart that there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found hateful. So these Edomites, they don't care about God, man.
They don't believe. They don't believe in scripture.
Edomites they believe in their gun. That's what they
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
That's it. It's rhetoric.
They believe in their 357 max. That's what they believe.
But the proof for that though is whenever the argument and the conversation happens, that's what they resort to.
Yeah,
Well,
no, exactly. You know, even you know, we talk about migrants and why people are here and why people have been conquered. At best, you know what they say? Well, God gave us power, but then after that, you know what they say? They say, well, we took it by force.
Yeah,
If-
Matt Walsh.
And if you're strong enough, come and do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it shows you that
That's
whole
what Matt Walsh is basically saying.
facade of God was
Yeah.
never there.
Brothers, I got some damning statistics here.
Go on, brother.
Can make you
So
feel you might be
apparently-
embarrassed.
30% of the population commit. No, I'm joking. These are different times. So, it says a study by Tear Fund reported that among adults of white ethnic origin in England, about 15% were regular churchgoers.
Nah.
And I think that's pushing it.
Bro, you better turn that to video, bro. Because you know why? You see, you're on the comment board, you see
Bro.
these. Britain's a Christian country.
Yeah.
15%
Bro,
is horrible.
That's
Bro,
terrible.
That is terrible.
That's left in the
I guarantee
left
this,
in the
right? I'm not going to guarantee, but
Yeah.
I'll say this year. I bet Tom Robinson's over there in Israel right now.
Yeah.
I bet he don't go to fucking church.
You never been
I
church.
mean, he's up in the synagogue though.
You
Isn't
know?
he?
He's whipping back the lines.
He don't go to church.
Because
He ain't a church goer.
if I can just
That
put
is horrible.
a thing on that, that 15% is more than likely it's going to be older Edomites.
Yeah.
That
That's
just
not-
they got
Yeah.
nothing.
Playing the organ still.
Yeah.
In the church.
Retired.
Oh man.
And like, it's scary.
like,
It's
yo,
scary
yeah.
as shit.
And it's just church is just a community.
Yeah.
That's what you realize. And even for older Jake,
That's
it's just a
totally-
community thing.
yeah.
That 50%
Oh, yeah.
is going to be an old.
They're all plus 50. Bro.
By contrast, if you check the stats
Plus.
of Nigeria,
No, but hold on, wait.
check
Before I get that, let me get, because it gets worse.
United
It gets
8%.
worse than what I just said. There's a report by Evangelical Alliance noted that in 2022, only 6% of UK adults were classed as practicing Christians,
Wow.
defined as attending church at least monthly, plus engaging in
At
weekly
least
prayer
monthly.
or Bible reading.
Wow.
And out of that 6%, I guarantee you 95% of that is Nigerian. Because you know, man, I have to have the a Bible study during the week.
Bro, nine times in a week.
Prayer,
Bible study.
Bro,
Shit, I mean,
all the street preachers is Nigerians.
bro.
Come on,
I've seen it, bro.
It says, according to the 2021 census, the proportion of white British people in England and Wales who identified as Christian had dropped to about 49% from 82% in 2001. So that's basically then a whole bunch of man died.
Yeah.
So the children's like, whatever. I'm never gonna tick Christian. And they try to lie. It said all the regular churchgoers, 83% were white. Yeah, but that's the whole of the
Yeah,
country.
that's
like,
the whole-
Maybe it's at like 15%.
Yeah.
85% out of the
Yeah,
15%.
out of 50%. So it's just,
Nothing.
So
It's
it's still
just-
nothing.
Yeah, because
no, the 50% was just the Edomites. Out of the Edomites.
In the
So
whole,
this is probably trying to include Jake as well.
Oh.
But
No,
I don't even believe this thing.
No, that's cap.
because
I don't believe
because
that.
Jake's churches ain't necessarily churches like
Yeah.
that. It'll be
But hold on, but we're
Community
only like
center.
3% of the
Yeah.
population.
Yeah,
That's true, man.
yeah.
So that, you got to put that in the context,
Yeah.
like, because you got all Scotland and all these
Scotland.
areas. And all.
Derby.
There's not that many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you said what, Nigeria?
Yeah. If you check that, yeah.
So, percent.
So is
Oh,
because I'd looked up stats, some stats before. This is actually same alliance, Evangelical Alliance is listed as the source, but only goes back to 2005. It says a survey from 2005 for England, i.e. not the other nations. It says found that the average Sunday congregation across all churches was about 84 people. Yeah, 84 people. The average church.
Yeah, but what about the football game?
Bro,
That's the religion. That's the
Bro,
real religion.
I
bro.
actually worked with a bakery that You know them guys that chew their fingernails, so there's nothing left.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that dude said church is my religion.
Well, what?
Sorry, football is my
No, it
church.
is.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot
He
of the
said-
football teams started off as churches.
I didn't know
Right.
that.
That's
I
why
actually
they
didn't know
sing the songs in the stands.
that.
They were
Oh,
originally choirs. Like that's why if you got a lot of the songs were adapted from church songs. Like Man United has Glory, Glory, Man United. That's
Okay,
supposed to be
same,
a
same.
church song.
even Spurs. So when the Spurs come marching,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They originally it was churches,
I didn't even know.
and then it, so they replaced it with the football.
Wow.
Let's say so for Nigeria, for there's about 42.8% reported attending once a week. 48.1 reported at least twice a week.
Which remember, those stats are what people are actually
And it's
done surveys on.
8.1% attend occasions. So only 8.1% attend occasions.
Occasionally.
But-
Which
so-
is the stark
yeah.
contrast.
But it's one of the things I always kind of say when it comes to like stats and these kinds of like polling and stuff like that. Is like let's be real. If someone wants to come and give you a poll, like are we just gonna walk past?
But
it,
your
like,
eyes see what. Listen, man.
Yeah.
We know that these churches are dead zones.
It's just Jake.
Come on, these Edomites ain't going to no
Yeah,
church. Man. They're sitting at home chilling. Let's keep it
Good
going.
priest.
So these Edomites are just
How much
running.
of that
They're
is
running a
Jake?
lie, man. They like we and the thing before you come in, we were going into all of that lies and deception,
Yeah.
propaganda. They want to be seen as Christian because they know that being Christian is associated with the
Righteousness.
Bible, which is associated with righteousness.
Mm.
But the reality is, they're not doing none of that, man.
They're not. And they will twist anything, whether it's media, whether it's as we've seen with Jake, they love using stats against Jake, but they have the power to just make it up.
Yeah.
They
Straight up.
have the power to do a lot of things. If they wanted more churches in England, they could build them.
Yeah.
It's just that they
They
ain't
don't
doing
even
it.
maintain the ones that they do have.
They don't want to do that.
You
They-
guys
no one
just,
cares.
you don't believe in the scriptures. You're not
Which,
devout or
yeah,
you know
which
what I mean?
bear in mind, a big
Zero.
part of the churches in the UK was built off of slavery.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Because like I was saying,
even that-
Jakes are real Christians.
Yeah.
You know, even though they under this illusion still.
Yeah, they're the ones that
these
have the
false
zeal
doctrines,
still.
Yeah.
No,
But you got that.
they're
Yeah.
keeping it alive, man. Jake is the one keeping.
Because they actually want to be
Christianity
close to the
alive.
Most High.
Yes, sir.
They're trying to get close to the Most High. You sort of white man. You're
the devil.
you know what I mean? You ain't trying to do all of that, man.
That's it.
You know, you're just.
Do they celebrate Halloween in Nigeria?
you know, them guys, like, you know,
It's getting westernized.
Now,
isn't
maybe
it?
they do now.
it's westernized, but it's
Not in
really
the-
not on a big scale.
Yeah.
It's really not on a big scale.
Certainly not in the village.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what they may have is like their tribal
The tribal thing.
custom,
But they don't have Halloween.
But not like pumpkin. Nah, a pumpkin's gonna be someone's pot, bro. Like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna do pumpkin. You know, that's food, right? Yeah, nah. Like,
But that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So like, because they actually waste a whole load of
Yeah.
food.
That's
Because what they do, they take it off and they just
Yeah.
take out the
Well,
yeah.
them pumpkins are actually bred to not really be. They don't have a lot of flesh. So they're specifically
okay.
bred. Yeah, they're bred. They're not really like How can I say it?
Proper pumpkin.
You know, like how you
Yeah.
farm food for a
Yeah.
particular purpose. Those are not proper pumpkins. So they've
Okay.
wasted. They're really only farmed for Halloween.
for Halloween.
They're not normal ones that you'd normally find
Where
and go and eat. No,
beefy
because
and-
there's no real flesh in them.
Yeah.
Really.
But I've got to
But
use a
that
paper
just
straw.
shows you that they're dedicating a lot of
Yeah,
farming.
yeah, like
They know
for
that
Halloween.
people will buy it.
Yeah, back home, tribes will have their own tribal.
Yeah,
you only wear the face mask
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
Like masquerade.
masquerades and then change people's swords. But in terms of people like, let's Halloween,
Yeah,
you probably get lashed.
all these Edomites take part in that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, they'll do that more than they go to church.
yeah,
They ain't go to church all year, but they'll do Halloween.
yeah,
They already got a ghost posted up already there.
yeah. I see that.
Romans 10, start from verse 1 to 2.
Church go burn it.
They'll be like, blood of Jesus. You know what I mean? They'll just pull out the damn water. Halloween. I mean, they'll be like,
Oh, bro. I just remember when I come to England, like so Halloween was the thing that was on the TV when we was in
Yeah.
London. No one celebrated that. And then when I come to England, they were doing it. I couldn't tell my mom like, I wanna go celebrate Halloween. Bro, don't be
Problems.
think that.
bro, I'm telling you, bro. I think on tour I was like 14 or something. I thought it was the next month because when I was growing up, I was not allowed to leave my house on Halloween. So for years, I thought it was the next
But
month.
now Jake
Yeah,
is going to the
Yeah.
Halloween
yeah,
parties and
parties.
dressing up and that.
So
So
yeah,
they're westernized
yeah,
now,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So, go on, Romans 10.
Righteous more
2.
excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked.
And it's all up in there, the supermarket, because it's corporate. They're corporate
Corporate now,
demons, so they push all these things. So,
Yeah.
like, even my daughter the other day was like, "Rah, why is all Christmas stuff already in the stores?
Yeah,
Already, like, yeah, before Halloween even.
yeah, I mean, you know,
Getting man
yeah,
ready.
I've seen on certain bottles. I'm like, right,
Yeah.
yeah, shit.
Well, I think Coca-Cola's actually was pushed
Yeah,
through Christmas.
yeah.
Coca-Cola,
The original one, yeah.
it was pushed through Christmas. Like, oh,
That
red and
market
yeah,
is
red and
crazy.
yellow.
bro.
Yeah,
So what's Coca-Cola got to do with
Coca-Cola,
Christmas? Like, how the hell they get a monopoly on that, bro?
Because the pastimes was
crazy.
green. Pastimes was green.
Yeah, yeah.
But
it's
if you
green,
look into the marketing, Santa Claus, the whole
Yeah,
like white old man and
yeah.
red
Like,
and
not
white.
even milk and cookies
Yeah.
they push like Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
bro.
it actually they changed
You know what I'm saying?
the style because of Coca-Cola.
That's mad.
Sugar baby.
Romans 10 from the top to verse 2. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
Right. So Jake really, it's a lot of Jake have a sincerity because they have a connection with the Bible, man. But it's not according to knowledge, and that's why we're out here to teach you the right way, to come away from Esau, because Esau's corrupted the scriptures, man. They're a corrupt people, and they don't even really they're now trying to disconnect really from what they even created. Now you got these goofies in America trying to talk about Christian revival and Erica Kirk, but them man's are all closeted homosexuals, man. Witches and warlocks, demons. They're the biggest demons. They're the biggest homos. Don't listen to them. Them men are always getting caught too, like popping the little girls. Get the hell out of here, man.
I have a quick one. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, man. The just are going to live. The just is talking about the Israelites, man. And we're going to live through faith, and our faith is in a higher power, something that's not substantial, that you can touch, that you can feel. Esau's faith is in his technology. It's in his guns and his bombs and his bullets. What they call it, heavy metal, full metal jacket. That's what Esau's faith is in. His faith is in carnal things. And that's why, man, I did that video. The beautiful thing is that Esau wants to condemn us for that which actually is our salvation, which is our faith. This gospel is really our full metal jacket. That's what we loaded up on. Because if the beautiful thing, if it was a carnal thing, the Lord will have us out here doing press ups, man, we're doing super soldiering, and then man will be getting money together. Okay, cool, brother, go buy this gun. And we're gonna get the AR-15, and we'll build up an armory, take Esau down like that. If the Lord wanted it that way, it would happen that way. We'd raise up with weapons like Iran. But look at the heathen nations getting stockpiling weapons and all that. We're not.
Bro, you come out of Egypt with nothing, man. Like, we we went to war and something. We didn't have like a proper armory with swords and we didn't have like an armory like that. But all these nations fell to us because the Most High was with us, man. You know.
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it now, completely humble.
Yeah.
Because we don't have nothing. The only thing we have is faith in a higher power, which is how it's supposed to be. We ain't got
Give God the glory.
we don't stand no statistical chance against the enemy that we're coming up against. Because he has the full advantage, the full metal. He has everything. He has the air superiority, the groundwork. He got train killers. He got drones. He got all of that. What do we have? We got Bibles and
faith
and
guts.
And guts, man, But the Lord. What the faith is the most powerful weapon, man. That's what we're gonna have to destroy it, and that's what is truth. And a lot of people, that's why they come into this thing. It's not gonna sit right with them because people want to feel comfortable. And when you're in a position where you basically you're going into a gunfight with bare hands, that's uncomfortable. Some would say that's insane. You wouldn't want to do that.
That's not logical.
When you hear the man, them got the meckle, in the ends, man's got the meckle. Man ain't trying to run down there barehanded. Man will look at you crazy. Like, what's this? But that's what it is. We're actually going barehanded into a gunfight, but not really. Because guess what? We got a higher power behind us that's got things that are better than God. But we can't see them. So you have to have faith.
They got number advantage, technology advantage, everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Organization.
Yep.
Because they have organized militaries, man. We don't have no organized militaries. We're camps set up to teach.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? We're not no organized military because we're not supposed to be like that. You know, ISUPK and that, they try and fake the funk, but that's what makes them man feel better. But even them, they're not no match for Esau. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did anyone read Isaiah 31 earlier?
I think so. Yeah.
Birds flying.
No,
They're just men.
yeah.
Okay. You got something Papa?
Now this is book of Isaiah 2 and 10. Enter into the loft and hide thee in the dust for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. The loft looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
And the Most High has what done this over and over again, man. Every empire, every kingdom, and nation that ruled upon earth, or anybody that was proud, the Most High have to come and humble them, man. And it's Esau's turn again.
Like the American military. Because make no mistake, among men, the American military is crazy. It's crazy. And you know why that is? Because they spend all their money. You know, if you're wondering why you might not have proper health care and all that, now you know. Because they spend as much on their military as the entire world put together, which is crazy for a good, Christian nation that's just meant to be protecting their borders. If you was really a Christian nation, the money would just go on defense. Yeah. When you defend your nation, all you need is some walls and some shit.
That's it.
Some fortresses and some missile defense systems, and that's it. Because you're defending your position. But because it's an empire and they have to project their power throughout the earth, that's how much it costs. And we're talking about like we can't keep up with the different weapons they've developed. You know what I'm saying? Like these men have unlimited amounts of guns, loadouts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like missiles,
submarines,
there's different classes of submarines and nuclear class sub and all this stuff. Yeah, like the American military is crazy. You had what's them bombers they have, the big triangle one. And you see when Trump had them fly over when I think it was when he was with Putin.
Yeah,
big ass. Them motherfuckers are massive, bro.
Big.
Them. I don't know what the bomb, but it come like Satan, like flew over the top.
I think they've upgraded them as well recently. I think they just decommissioned the B-52s now.
So which one was that?
I'm not sure what it's called now, but I know that they've got themselves some new ones, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever them big bomber clock things that were, and it was just, you see, just come up, and Trump was like, "Here, look at me, and I got the big things." Yeah, so they're hella proud because they in the world of men, one on one, bro, it's not even close. Step into America. They've got crazy amounts of weapons, crazy amounts of technology. They got the people to operate them. You know, they got a massive standing army.
I have a quick one.
You know, special forces. Yeah. So they got the money to keep paying these people. You know what I mean? And keep them going. But guess what? All of that don't mean nothing. Yeah. When it comes to the Lord, that pride is going to be humbled because that army is going to cease to exist.
Yeah. So I have a quick one.
Yeah.
This is Hosea chapter 1 and 7 to speak towards this time now. In applying it, it says, "But I'll have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses."
So we're not going out to war. Yeah. We're not going to go face Esau on a plane somewhere.
And like men
call him out. Come on.
Yeah. With a sword.
That's how the fight's going to be won.
Yeah. Giants going to do the most of it, man.
Yeah. Spiritual intervention.
Yeah, because it's like with the time and years that Esau has built the system, the wickedness, the blood that's been spilled. It can't just be a conflict like in a village somewhere. No, the whole earth had to shake. The whole earth had to shake for this nigga, man. Yeah. For him to know this is it. It has to be crushed. It can't be like, there's a war that happened in the Black Sea, and now things are going to change.
Because it could have been he was just unlucky on that day.
It was unlucky.
And he lost. No, he got
Come on, man. Look at Esau, man. Esau's always shown you, like in his movies. If you crack, movies, history. If you crack the door open, them niggas gonna find their way through to try and take you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or whether it's even under, like even the Persians by the Greeks, which of course it was prophecy. But if you read in like Apocrypha, it speaks about Haman. Remember, it says that like he was laboring to
Yeah, he was
overcome the
straight- he was a
Persians.
double agent.
He was a double agent, really. Like, but if you look at where he had come up to, this guy had fucking influence.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the spirit of Esau. In every empire, in every whether it's under Babylon or wherever,
Well,
you labor to try.
That's why it says never trust thy
Never
enemy.
trust
Seek
thy
to take
enemy.
thy seat.
Yeah,
He's always trying to slip you
yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
So-
And that you go into that.
Yeah.
There was a long history
there's a long
between
history.
the Macedonians and the Persians.
Yeah, yes.
But they were like a what's it called? Agent state.
The age, yeah.
Yeah, for them.
Mhm.
And then they were trying to take over, man, slyly.
Yeah, like that's what scripture said. It. This guy was laboring to overthrow them. So even though he was trying to be their friend and all that, so what does that mean? When you crush Esau, you gotta crush Esau.
Crush that
Completely.
head. Crush that snake.
You can't leave the door open.
Mm.
Okay, no, I'm gonna submit now, Esau.
Yeah.
Lord, I'm gonna eat
But that's
my.
why it's
Nah.
him being cut off. Like
You gotta
cut
crush
him
him.
off, man.
You gotta crush him, and that's why when the Lord comes, he's coming with so much smoke.
Yeah.
Total.
He's gonna beat everyone up in the party.
Total
You know what I mean?
relaxation, yeah.
Remember when you know what I mean, as kids, you know everyone's like in a room is up late, and your parents already told you go to bed.
Yeah,
You're
everyone's
trying to
getting
stay up and watch,
Mm.
and then it comes in the belt. Fucking everyone's getting whipped.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man, I didn't even do that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
everyone's getting whipped, bro. And that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen, bro.
Yeah. And it's gonna be glorious
It's
too.
gonna be glorious.
It's
bro.
the whole world is gonna see it and witness, man, the power of the Lord
Yeah,
and make an example of this man.
Yeah.
But this man's doing too much.
too much, bro.
Too proud, too pompous, and the bold-faced lying, man.
Mm.
The lies and the deception deceived the whole world, and he's even deceiving the whole world to bring them into the war of Armageddon. He's a devil. I got you got something?
Yeah, we'll finish up this. Isaiah 2 and the 11 says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
Yeah, especially like I mean, it's science. You know what I mean? This guy really believes in this. He believes in this shit. You know what I mean? He really believes in this science. He really believes in his artificial intelligence, his angels. Especially you speak. That big Eddie the Mike, man. You know the one from where?
Sure.
No, not
Harari.
Harari.
Yeah.
That nigga's bro.
I hate
Bro, I don't know who he is in the reincarnation. Satan, did it? He's Satan coming back. You know what I mean? Well, if you hear him talk, boy, humans are hackable animals. Like, like
Proud.
God, the concept of God being taken down. It's like that pride is gonna be humbled, bro.
But if you watch there's a lot of programs, or games even as well, that where they use AI as the key component to overcome the alien force.
Yeah.
So it's like Halo. You got I forgot what's the name of the gal AI, but she's like the number one weapon. What the fuck is her name? But you get the point. That concept that they're gonna develop this AI, and this AI basically allows them to become godlike because of the knowledge and the computing ability and all that stuff. Yeah. But like you said, that when the chariots come, the AI ain't gonna be able to help you, man.
Yeah.
The AI gonna fight. They're gonna get the drones and all that, but they're gonna be destroyed.
Well, it's all gonna be paralyzed. It's
Well,
all
all
gonna
we gotta do is borrow some
Data center.
data center, try and finish, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, smash the grid,
Like,
EMP, you're
yeah,
done, bro.
Listen, you could get all the computing power you want. That don't mean nothing with the prophecy.
Yeah.
The prophecy and the Lord is still gonna come to pass, man.
Yeah, and scripturally, man, the Lord has always shown that power exists. Like even remember we was coming out, at Egypt, when we was being chased by the Pharaoh and that with his chariots. Remember, the Lord made the wheels loose. The scriptures that it was throwing them off. So that's an example even back then of
Yeah.
the Lord can hack your fucking databases,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah,
You
what
hack
makes
your
you
shit.
think the law can't take control of your AI?
Yeah, take care of that. Yeah. Yo, whoa, it showed you that. Whoa,
AI like Shalom.
fuck with it. Yeah, like Shalom.
He's like, wait, what?
But these are the exact same reasons
You're
why
fucked
when these
today,
missiles get shot, they're not gonna. No one's gonna interfere with these missiles
Yeah.
because he's still gonna have his AI and his missile defense systems and that. They're made to combat that. They're not gonna do anything.
Man's gonna
You
say Abad Babad on the
A
street.
bottle about it and just explode. Like,
Spooky everyone.
Babad, man. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
yeah, I actually have the precept for that. All right. This Exodus 14 and 24, and it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of the fire, so the chariot, and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily.
Some telekinesis.
It's
type
just
shit,
like
man.
that, yeah, I'm saying spooky. So that the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from the face of Israel,
Yeah.
for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians."
And like,
So
That's
they
gonna
knew-
happen now.
they knew what
and
was
like
going
we
on.
said, Esau's got more technology in certain aspects than the Egyptians had back then. But it's no different. He's no,
No,
he's
close the
got
gap.
no more of a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
close the gap.
Hey, you know, it's spiritual, right? It says here, we go into that word troubled, right? It's the Hebrew word hamam, right? All right, hamam, and it says to confuse, to discomfort, to break, crush, trouble, vex, to confuse. So imagine you're on your fighter jet. Who you just see as some hench angel, just you be in there bugging out and
Yeah.
shit. You know,
Bro, your devices start
like,
acting.
oh
weird.
shit,
malfunction.
yeah.
But that's the whole thing of things not going to the plan.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
The most are gonna disrupt your enterprise, man.
Yeah.
Your plan is not gonna go out.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fulfill itself, man.
Yeah,
Bro, they
It's gonna
show
go
you
wrong.
that in our Independence Day,
Independence Day,
like the force field.
the
that they
force
couldn't-
field,
they
they
couldn't-
couldn't
then
break
obviously
it down.
They used the
No
Apple.
USB.
Windows XP,
Man used fucking Apple. Man.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Put a virus in
yeah,
the
virus
alien
didn't
computer.
work.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
it didn't
Right.
work, bro.
And it was a J-double-O as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great
Yeah,
idea. Yeah.
Even that, I'm not seen when Smith was chasing the chariot and
Oh,
crashed,
angel.
and he came,
Like,
he punched the alien. You think that's gonna happen? Hand-to-hand combat,
Yeah.
bro. If you look in the
Tossing it
scriptures, the last time some angels beat someone up, he was knocked out. Remember when
Oh yeah, yeah.
he says he was compassed with blackness.
faded out, man.
You have to put him on a litter.
Hey, that's some bars, man.
That's
Some bars.
Compassed with blackness, bro. He was.
Hey, let's get that,
Yeah,
man. Let's get that, man.
yeah.
That's just, hey,
I
hey,
find-
we gotta
I
bring
find
out because
Maccabee.
the scripture says faith coming through the hearing of the words, man. You gotta hear these things, man, and remind yourself. The Lord's been putting in work, man. The angels have been putting. Yeah. Oh, it tells you the Philistines when the Lord would
Second
deliver
Maccabees.
David,
You know what?
and then they shoot hot
Start
thunderbolts,
from
and the Philistines, man, zapping niggas, man. Let's get that. Let me get that.
start from 3 and 7. Actually, let's read into it, innit? Just read into it till you get the context. Because back then it was basically a mini time of trouble for that time, because the king had said them to come and take the wealth from the temple, innit? So Jake was worried. Jake was fasting. Jake was praying, man. Let's read it.
It says 2 Maccabees 3 and 7. Now when Apollonius
Yeah.
came to the king and had showed him of the money whereof he was told, the king chose out of Heliodorus, the treasurer, and sent him with a commandment to bring him before said money.
Yeah, because obviously the temple is also like a hub of Jake's money and finance. Isn't it? You know, everyone's paying their tithes, and people might store money, wealth, whatever. So yeah, so it had a lot of wealth. Plus, obviously, the gold, and the silver instruments, brass. You know what I mean? They had a lot of money, man. But
So forthwith, uh, Heliodorus took his journey under a color of visiting the cities of Coelesyria and Coelesyria and Venice, Coelesyria and Venice,
Yeah.
but indeed to fulfill the king's purpose. And when he was come to Jerusalem
Mhm.
and had been courteously received of a high priest of a city,
Yeah.
he told him that the intelligence was given of the money
Mhm.
and declared wherefore he came
Mhm.
and asked if these things were so indeed.
Yeah.
Then the high priest told him that there was such money laid up for the relief of widows and fatherless children, and that some of it belonged to uh, Hyrcanus, son of Tobias,
Mhm.
a man of great dignity,
Mhm.
and not as that wicked Simon had misinformed.
Yeah.
The sum whereof in all was 400 talents of silver.
Yes. So like it was a lot of wealth in the temple, man. You know. So like just imagine that. You're just there. That money takes care of widows and families and situations and services that pertain to the temple. And now this guy's just gonna come forth and take it. So it's a big deal. Okay.
And 200 of gold, and that it was altogether impossible that such wrong should be done unto them,
Mhm.
that had committed it to the holiness of a place,
Mhm.
and to the majesty and inviolable sanctity of the temple, honored all over the world.
Mhm.
But Heliodorus, because of the king's commandment given him, said that in any wise it must be brought into the king's treasury.
Yes. So he's like, look, man, I come by the decree of the king.
Mm.
I'm taking all your wealth.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you guys can do it. So
Yeah.
so he's in a proud spirit.
Proud.
He was like, basically,
Yeah.
it's happening. And like if you tie that story into this thing, Esau has that mindset like, look, my agenda is going to be done whether you like it or not, and no one's stopping me. But guess what? While he's filling his belly, that's when the Lord don't show him that, nah, man, it's not happening. Go ahead.
And it says, so at that day which he appointed, he entered into order this matter, wherefore there was no small agony throughout the whole city.
So what? It was a time of mourning. The women
Stress.
mourning, the men mourning, everyone's mourning, bro, because it's a big deal.
But the priests, prostrating themselves before the altar in their priest's vestments,
Mhm.
called unto the heaven upon him that made a law concerning things given to he kept.
You see, so again, like in a time of trouble, like Jake knew, like to pray to the Lord.
Yeah.
So it's basically, man, in every time period,
Mm.
there's always been righteous spirits, man.
Mm.
The scripture says the prayer of the righteous pierces the clouds.
Mm.
So let's see what the Lord did. Right?
That they should safely be preserved for such as had committed them to be kept.
Mhm.
Then whoso had looked the high priest in the face, it would have wounded his heart.
Yeah, man, because imagine that the top priest was grieving,
Mm.
you know what I mean, ripping
Holy-
garments.
holy
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, it's a holy place, man.
For his countenance and the changing of his color declared the inward agony of his mind.
Yeah, because when you're mourning, man, the actual skin changes. You actually have a different look. You know what I mean? If you ever
Yeah, because they took it serious,
took
man.
it serious, man,
These man's whole life
whole life, like
was dedicated to the
Worship
temple, man.
temple, and now he's gonna take it.
The man was literally born to do it.
Where
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because not anyone
Life's
could
purpose.
fulfill that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not
Mm.
anyone could fulfill. It shows you racial discrimination is even within Israel.
Yes.
Not everyone could perform the
Yeah.
duties of the
Yeah,
priests
yeah.
within the temple. You
Yeah.
had to be of Aryan
Yeah.
lineage.
It's,
So you were literally born
to do it.
to do this task.
Yeah.
And then imagine you keeping everything, you dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, because that's what they were doing, making sure that everything was
on point.
was on point and uncorrupted. And then this guy just come and violate the whole temple, man. You know what I mean? And you're like, what? It's my life's work, man.
Yep. Verse 17, for the man was so compassed with fear and horror of the body, but it was manifest to them that looked upon him what sorrow he had now in his heart. Others ran flocking out of their houses to the general supplication, because the place was like to come into contempt. And the women, girt with sackcloth under their breasts, abounded in the streets, and the virgins that were kept in ran, some to the gates and some to the walls, and others looked out of the windows. And all, holding their hands towards heaven, made supplication. When it would have pitied a man to see the falling down of a multitude of all sorts, and the fear of a high priest being in such an agony. They then called upon the Almighty Lord to keep the things committed of trust safe and sure for those that had committed them. Nevertheless, Hylodorius executed that which was decreed. Now, as he,
big mistake.
yeah,
Big mistake.
now as he was there present, himself with his guard about the treasury, the Lord of spirits, and the
Lord of
Prince
spirits.
of all power.
That's a title and a half, boy.
And you know, let me just interject real quick
Yeah.
because they prayed and the Lord hey, don't ever think the Lord can't intervene instantly.
That's it.
You know, the Lord can. You could pray to the Lord and the Lord could deliver you right there because it's not. I'm gonna read it.
Lord said the instructions.
Psalms 46:1. It says, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." Meaning, the Lord ain't got no time constraints or no. How am I gonna get from here to there in time and all this stuff, man? The Lord could just send an angel right there and then on the spot, like He did then.
Yeah.
They were praying. Is like, all right, we're gonna sort this guy out. Yeah, bust this.
Yeah. No one's the Lord cracked his knuckles.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It's about to get
It's
spooky.
about to get spooky. Yeah. And guess what? There's even in brothers' lives, man. There's many situations that happen where the Lord just make it happen for you, man. On the spot, you're like, wow. You know what I mean? Right, bro.
Now, and it says, the Lord of spirits
Hmm?
and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of God.
So yeah, man, it got spooky. It got spooky. Oh shit! You know how much people's balance start going off. You know.
Yeah, read that again. Read that again.
You know what I mean? People's
Verse
balance,
24.
Spiritual.
yeah, like a
spiritual
stun. Yeah.
I read it again. 2 Maccabees 3 verse 24.
Yeah.
And it says, now as he was there present himself with his guard about the treasury.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was because there would have been some warriors, man.
Yeah.
Some seasoned soldiers, man.
Yeah.
Some cutthroats.
And it says, his guard about the treasury, the Lord of spirits and the Prince of all power caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of God and fainted and were so afraid.
Bro, so something more going.
Big
like,
man, yeah.
Something more going, bro.
Big grown hard
Yeah.
back command.
Oh, it's hard shit.
Soldiers.
Balance.
Yeah, because these men wouldn't remember, I'm sure the
Oh.
king sent him specifically.
Yeah.
So when you're sending man like that, yeah, they ain't rolling with the new
Yeah.
the new like
Right, and man.
no,
Seasoned
he's
warriors.
rolling with the special, the
Special
special forces, basically the real seasoned
Yeah.
veterans, and them man were just
shook up.
shook up, man. They're like, yo,
Yeah.
spooky.
Crazy, because verse 25. For there appeared unto them. Verse 25. For there appeared unto them a horse with a terrible rider upon him. God. What's this?
Terrible rider.
Lord. And it says, and adorned with a very fair covering. And he ran fiercely and smote at Hylodorus with his 4 feet.
So this guy got
Lord, man.
kicked in the chest, bro.
You know when Jay do the thing?
Kicked in the chest. I just got kicked in the chest.
What? Somebody just rolled out and
The
there's
horse back, kicked in his chest, bro. Bro, was winded. Winded.
Hey, yo.
His fucking rib caved in.
Shit. It's
Gosh,
crazy,
man.
man.
And he ran.
He probably saw his heartbeat straight away. Man. Caved the shit in, bro.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, man, you
And
fucked up.
Collapsed lung and shit.
What's that? Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Instantly gone.
Yeah.
And he ran fiercely and smote at Hylodorus.
But it's deep because it shows you the Lord wanted to make a point about it. Because their chariots could have just broken down. And, you know what I mean? They're like a different warring company just got into a battle with them. And then that's
He
it.
wanted to let it be
The Lord
known
said
so that we could read it
You
today.
can read it today and be
Yeah,
inspired by it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And smote at Hylodorus with his 4 feet. And it seemed that he that sat upon the horse had complete hardness of gold.
Yeah, it was shining. You know what I'm saying? It was
Complete
shining.
harness.
Harness of
So
gold.
man
bro.
was doing it with style.
Yeah, clean. Yeah, God.
Moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him.
They just appeared.
So
You know?
his God, didn't it?
Yeah, that's
So he got his. Even
Oh,
the
shit.
angel rolled up with
Yeah,
his God,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Come on.
Shit, like imagine like, you know what I mean? They just appear like,
Some ninja
yeah,
thing.
just
That's it. That's it.
You know what I mean,
Yeah, boy.
cracking his knuckles too. Like,
Speak.
right?
And it says, moreover, 2 other young men appeared before him, notable in strength.
So you can tell.
They man had
Yeah,
the Titan look.
the
man.
Titan. Yeah.
Looking formidable.
Yeah, just white with like no neck. You know what I mean? Just power, like just a aura. You know what I mean? They'll probably jumping on the spot, scaring the shit out of them. Like,
Remember what that Edomite said?
Yeah.
When the angels came out of Cherubim, unconquerable young men.
yeah.
That spiritual
Yeah.
testosterone.
Yeah.
That aura.
Yeah,
The
like,
aura,
basically they know I'm winning this. Yeah, you know, there's nothing you can do. I'm winning this. There's no, this is not a fair fight. I'm coming to execute
No
judgment.
contest.
Yeah, so flawless victory.
Victory. That's Lord.
Yeah,
And it says, notable in strength, excellent in beauty,
yeah,
and
yeah.
comely in apparel,
Yep.
who stood by him.
Hey, this ain't wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with dressing.
Yeah,
Clean.
you know,
And
strong,
that's it.
powerful.
And comely in apparel, who stood by him on either side,
Yeah.
and scourged him continually.
So they just you beat the shit out of him. You got rushed. You got rushed. That's what happened.
That's so cold.
I mean,
So cold. Stop
Yeah.
That's great. That's mad.
He got knocked out. He got knocked out, bro. He got stopped. He got stopped, bro.
Bro, you know his peak here where you got jumped by some angels.
He got jumped, bro.
You know you just unlucky, like man. Said,
Fight
what
back,
was I
nigga,
born,
fight
man?
back, you know what I mean?
If I'd known, I would have stayed at home, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro,
Man got jumped by some.
I'm telling you, that dude in his army that maybe had the bellyache that day. He was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
hear the story.
What? Shit, no, that's crazy, bro. But thank you.
Them punches probably hitting your spirit.
Yeah, hitting your spirit. You know what I mean? You know, you see a fucking punch have your pineal gland pulsating and shit.
I'll do split the parts for the bruises.
Hey, that's crazy.
Bro,
Pineal gland
Lord,
turns
it's
to a
so
heartbeat.
dope,
Man. You don't know what's going on.
And it could happen to anyone.
Can happen to anyone, bro.
sadness.
Well, he showed you that. Remember that film, Fourth Kind? No,
Oh, yeah,
Fourth Kind.
yeah.
That a lady,
Tormented.
basically came
Back home,
paralyzed.
broken
She came
down.
paralyzed, bro.
And scourged
Yeah.
him continually,
Folded up, man.
and gave him many sore stripes.
Many.
And Helodorus fell suddenly onto the ground.
Yeah, he just couldn't. He's on the floor. He's knocked out.
And
You know?
what-
You know what I mean? His collarbones popped, his joints.
Rightfully so.
You know, he got his head swollen,
Bare nuts, man.
bare knots. His nose split like that.
Oh,
You don't know what's going on, bro.
man
Neat.
looking like a tour of
Yeah, terrible. Yeah. Or Spence, he's looking like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Spence,
Bare
Nah,
knockouts.
he's
Spence, bro. Spence looked terrible, bro.
Bro, face got mashed up.
Bro, it almost looked like Bud was strapping him with a sword in his face. Like, I think his face was bleeding and shit.
Blow.
But yeah, but this is on another level, man. Right?
And was compassed with great darkness.
Yeah, he's knocked out. Like, he's asleep.
Mm.
He was asleep, man. He was asleep, bro. Angel put him to sleep.
But
Yeah.
they that were with
And
him,
like, it was personal, because like,
Yeah.
Lord could just zapped him. You know, he said, I'm gonna make him beat you. I'm gonna make a point
Hey,
to
good the
beat
thing is,
your
when you
ass.
get beat, yeah.
It's humbling. It's humbling.
No, but it's it's a long lasting humbling. Because you know that the next day, it's like, you know what I mean, you're pain and shit.
Yeah.
Man. That's a lesson.
Yeah, like Meek. Yeah, I mean Spence turned into a Rasta. Like Spence got beat and he just became a Rasta.
bare dreads.
He came in 42 years. So
Start feeling sorry for
yeah,
yourself.
for sorry for himself, spiritual journey. He's going
Man's on iOS.
I mean, It be like that.
Identity crisis.
So this aspect with him was so bad that like it got passed on in history.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's how bad the accident
That's
was.
a big L.
That's a big deal. You know?
Exactly.
And you know what's funny? Because historically speaking, yeah, like you remember when the angels of the Lord killed 185,000 Assyrians. When you look into their history, there's always a gap. There's always a gap when they lose because of the power of the Lord.
Yeah.
Because even when that story's kind of mentioned in their history, there's an awkward gap where they just turned back and went to their country. When scripturally
Man,
the
omitted.
Bible told you they got killed.
Man omitted it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you
just lost the war.
went home. Because you know us,
Some man just got lost on it.
someone got lost in the way. Because us, like the Bible tells both sides. When Jake got fucked up, when Jake conquered. But so some of these other nations, if you look into the history of times when these interventions happened, there's just like a gap.
Well,
They just went home. You know what I mean?
That was the blackness that
Well, on that,
You don't know what happened.
when you look at the history that we're kind of taught in the West,
Yeah.
that's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, Alexander with the Greeks, Julius Caesar, and then Gulf.
Yeah.
It's like a massive gulf, and then before you know it, now we're talking about Christopher Columbus. It's like, wait there, what was happening all between that period of time? You know?
And it says, but they that were with him took him up and put him into a litter.
So stretcher, man.
But that's a calm man off,
That's
man. He was mashed up, man. Internal organs mashed up.
Was him.
And only he got beat as well.
Yeah.
And made sure that the other man was there to carry him.
Well, you know, that's like you know when the boss, when you get like a mob boss, and I was like, all right, go let them know what you've seen today. That's basically what it was. They needed to see, he got mashed up, man. When he got back home, got wheeled into the city.
Theodorus himself was a mighty man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for him to come back the way he come back, that was a message.
He was the
isn't it?
champion.
Yeah.
He was the champion.
You know?
Was him that lately came with a great train.
Yeah, like so bare men, pirate swords.
They got hit with the train.
Yeah. And with all his guard into the said treasury, they carried out, being unable to help himself with his weapons.
Well, you know how the people bear somber, bro? They feel like they feel
Humble,
contact.
meek.
My man mash up right
Bro,
now.
he
That's carry him back. They feel bare sad.
Bro,
And even the guard is ashamed.
Even the guard is ashamed.
Because they were supposed to be there to like
Guard is
protect
like-
him. But they got they were shook. They didn't even fight. That's even a more. That's a bigger shame.
That's true. You know what? That's a good point. Because normally, like, you're on the streets when Jake get jumped. You know, if you land, like, if you're able to land at least one bang, you're like, you know what? I got fucked up, bro. At the very least, I got one punch in it. This one, you're just dead.
Yeah, because back then,
do
you
nothing.
might if you're with even now, if you've been assigned in a protection detail and you literally just stood there, then what the hell? You was meant to be there to protect man. Man will be asking questions like, well, what?
Exactly.
They'll think it's an inside job.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Why was he?
Well,
I'm scared.
You didn't get harmed.
I mean, that's what happened. You know, with that dude, isn't it? You know, that dude,
Yeah.
his neck in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Wait. So that was even a more shame on them because the Lord basically disarmed them with fear, man. Not even hit them. They literally just shook. They became ambulance. They went from to paramedics, man.
What is your profession?
You know what I mean? They didn't even try and fight. Like man's getting punched up. You just there like, nah, allow it.
What's going on?
And manifestly, they acknowledged the power of God.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Guess what? They were forced to. But keep reading though, because it shows you that the personality. You know what I mean, of the angels. You know, if you hear what they say after, it's funny. Go ahead.
It says, verse 29.
Post country.
Yeah, basically.
So how
the
mic?
Oh, think of it. Of all the innumerable angels, man, and they were them three.
Yeah.
They were happy to run. They were happy to put some work in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, being beat up is personal. I don't know how much more personal you can get.
It was just a thunderbolt.
Verse 29, for he by the hand of God was cast down
Yep.
and lay speechless without all hope of life.
Like, man, I ain't sure this guy gonna make it. Man. You know what I mean? They didn't know he was gonna make it. Bro.
Said he was speechless with the hope of life.
How many fingers am I holding?
Man,
man?
man, turned into a
He
shell.
started off with 2 kicks from a spiritual horse.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. And his chest,
Crazy,
like,
That's the start of the combo.
yeah. Bro, like,
ultra on that.
yeah, like, bro, imagine being kicked by a horse in your chest.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
bro, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
two
where was it?
weighing you in.
weighing you in,
Pushing
like,
you up.
he's trying to catch his breath and shit. Oh man,
Oh man,
Stomped out, man.
Jesus.
he got stomped out, man. Yeah.
That's right. But they praised the Lord
Yeah.
that had miraculously honored his own place.
Imagine that. He's all bruised and everyone's just giving glory to the Lord.
Mhm.
God, you know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy. How much, you know?
For the temple, which a little afore was full of fear and trouble,
You're in trouble.
when the Almighty Lord appeared, was filled with joy and gladness.
So that ties into the point. Like, the Lord can change the narrative then, right
Yeah,
then and there.
yeah.
Right then and then. Even though it seems like there's no way, right there, that narrative changed. Right?
When straightways certain of Hylodorus' friends
Yeah.
prayed, Onias,
Yeah, like so they begged the priest because they knew that,
This man.
which proves even those heathen knew. Look, we can't call him.
Yeah.
Can you call him Lord for us if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Baba Kashan. Please,
Like,
like,
I need help.
yeah, good.
Onias, but he would call upon the Most High to grant him his life.
Yeah, which proves these fucking
Save his life,
Edomites,
Lord.
fucking
Please save his life.
Rothschild he ain't praying to the Lord, man, because they understood. Look, the priest has to do it.
Man said there's no hope.
There's no hope for you.
Man's
So,
gonna die.
yeah.
Like,
So priest,
That's
Baba
what-
Kashan. Yeah, yeah.
Who lay ready to give up the ghost.
He was ready. He had a couple seconds left. I wouldn't be surprised if he died and came back. He was gone. Bro.
he got mashed up, bro.
He was trying to
Man to go hit some big spiritual tops, bro.
yeah. Like, I mean, if they gave him a final blow, probably that's it.
That means he was getting his bones broken.
Bones broken, bro.
Man,
Like,
internal bleeding.
bro, internal bleeding.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? He probably saw his whole life during the beating. Like, he saw his whole life.
What you see was gold.
Just gold. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So the high priest,
And remember, the powers, you know, bro, imagine that. The angels don't actually get tired too. You know, you're like men, you might scrap and grapple for 3 minutes. You're like,
slow
bro,
down.
I'm bloated, you know what I mean? I'm tired. We used to get continuously beat up till they were satisfied. Until they were satisfied.
Wow.
Right?
They sitting down on them.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
No diminution of power. Like,
No diminution.
Wow.
Same pace, like same
Yeah.
intensity.
They probably had to keep his body up.
Yeah.
Actually, one
Probably beating
him up.
Yeah.
Attacking.
Probably beating him so much he stayed up.
Wow.
Go ahead.
so the high priest,
Yeah.
suspecting lest the king should misconceive that some treachery
Yeah.
had been done to Hylodorus.
Because it's like, basically, if he dies,
Then he can't.
they might think
it was them that done it.
we overcome him. So,
And them man ain't gonna want to tell the truth.
yeah.
It's like,
Like, yeah, man. They came with a great army. Like,
By the Jews, offered a sacrifice for the health of the man.
Yeah.
Now, as the high priest was making an atonement,
yeah.
niggas are sense to be.
bro,
Yeah.
the same young men in the same clothing appeared.
Appeared again.
Oh Lord!
Oh, shit, no. Round 2 again. Half time, like.
Yeah, man's ready to rag, dog.
Yeah.
And stood beside Hylodorus.
This proves, obviously.
Remember, nigga.
He proves that. It's just Jake. Man.
Wow.
Surprise.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Evil, bro.
Innit?
Saying, give Onias the high priest great thanks.
Yes. Thank him. Thank him, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
bro.
Thank him, bro. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Yeah.
Lucky today.
Yeah.
boy.
Insomuch as for his sake the Lord have granted thee life.
Bro, every time I
That's
read that, it makes you laugh, man.
Remember
And that was for his sake.
It's
So
his
because
sake. It wasn't even for your sake.
you put his something, and I show you, Jake still had mercy on that devil, man. But then obviously, you know, it was because he was like, I didn't want it to come back on us, but he could have been like emotional and said, nah. Fuck that. So he was a great leader.
Look at that, man. And seeing that thou hast been scourged from heaven,
Scores from heaven.
declare unto all men the mighty
Heavenly
power
being.
of God. Wow. And when they had spoken these words, they appeared no more.
That's it. Man said, just go, you better go tell them.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And guess what? When he's
Fuck,
telling
I
the
find out.
story, man, he had full faith. Every time he's telling, he's probably
Yeah.
declaring, look, man. And it's funny because it's actually like I'm about to say that. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 35. So Hilodorus, after he had offered sacrifice unto the Lord, and made,
That day, he changed his life around. He became vegan. I'm joking.
In the outer court, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, in the outer
and made great vows unto him.
Yeah. Them vows are diligent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But
It
has
shows
sick-
you that even, and that's how the heathen are going to be in the kingdom. In the kingdom of heaven, the heathens are going to be on that spirit. They're going to give respect and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His sons, man. You know, because they're going to be believers then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be like how they are now with lack of respect. They're going to have the respect because they're going to go through what Helodorus went through. So they're going to know, actually, you know what, man? The Most High is the true power. But that don't mean they're being saved. And that's where, you know, these goofy Christians, they think we're in a crusade that, okay, so if you're a heathen and you believe you're going to be saved. No. The salvation of the elect is one thing. The gospel is about delivering the elect and establishing the new covenant. It's not about the other nations being saved. They can't be saved, period. But what is going to happen is eventually they are going to worship the Heavenly Father because they're going to be under our rule and they're going to respect the Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is going to happen.
Yeah.
We're not teaching that in the kingdom of heaven, all the heathens are just going to be killed and all that. No. They're going to be here and they're going to worship accordingly.
So
It's the whole world is going to be on a different vibration. There's going to be a whole world full of Holodoruses, man.
Humble.
yeah.
Spine straight.
Believers.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? They're going to be like ready, like, man, I ain't trying to fuck up. But guess
Not
what?
like Harari and them, man.
Yeah,
They're trying to bring-
Still gonna fuck
And
up.
he needs
And
it.
guess what? When
He
he fuck
needs
up,
it, man.
Oh,
He's
man.
He's such a weak looking
he
demon.
needs
Bro.
it.
That one shot before
Grab
he
him by
just
his
crumbled
legs
him.
and fucking throw him to another country, blood.
He's a big
He's got a headpiece like that, innit?
Yeah, he actually does. It's probably him.
That's it.
That dude can't run, man. That dude like a proper little weak.
Yeah.
Can't stand.
Yeah, man. If he runs, he probably falls straight away. The weight.
He look
Water in his head.
like he fucking, when he sneezes, he gets a nosebleed.
Yeah,
you know?
nose breathes, his spine
That's the
cracks.
thing, man. He's not even like a mighty man or nothing. He's
He's
just
so
talking bare shit because he thinks he's an intellectual, bro.
Yeah.
Dickhead, bro.
Yeah.
He's sort of dickhead.
Who's the leader, man?
And it says, and made great vows unto him that had saved his life, and saluted Onias, returned with his host to the king.
Yep, right.
Then testified he to all men
Yeah,
the works of the great God,
definitely can't.
which,
Yeah, can't. Yeah.
which he had seen with his eyes.
Yeah.
And felt.
Yeah, that's right. And when the king Helodorus, who might be a fit man to be sent yet once again to Jerusalem, he said, if thou hast any enemy or traitor,
Yeah.
send him thither.
But don't send me.
He's gonna get broke up.
He gonna
man.
Send you
Yeah,
words to
yeah.
there, bro.
Yeah, that's cold, man.
Good.
Yeah, send him thither, and thou shalt receive him well scored.
Well scored.
If he escape with his life.
Well scored. Basically, like, look, man, if you have any problems,
Yeah,
just take him over there,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be
Send
fucked.
him to do what he told me. He's gonna get mashed up.
Can't. If he escape with his life.
If
Yeah.
he escaped with his
But in-
Because I almost didn't.
That's right.
Because I
That's
almost
right.
did it, yeah.
But in that place, no doubt,
No doubt.
there is a special power of God.
And guess what? The Lord's gonna manifest that
Manifest that,
again.
yeah.
And this day, Esau's gonna. You see how like Esau doesn't believe. He's gonna believe.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
know.
believe.
Like, he's
Forced
gonna.
to believe.
Well, that's what happened with Antiochus
Yeah.
Epiphanes.
No, you know, I was thinking of
Yeah,
this.
you know?
There are several accounts. Basically, this story is repeated throughout the scriptures, whether it be Pharaoh, right? The Lord brought Pharaoh down low. He killed his firstborn,
Yeah.
right? You know, there's certain,
Hurt.
certain. That's gonna feel certain, right? He just drowned him in the sea,
Yeah.
right?
And all those plagues
All
that was
those
happening,
things.
yeah.
Antiochus.
And if I'm not mistaken, he also killed Pharaoh because remember when he chased them,
Yeah,
he went in
Swallowed
water.
up.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
killed his firstborn and killed him.
And then
He just didn't know
Nebuchadnezzar.
when to quit, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nebuchadnezzar as
He
well.
couldn't
He
quit.
got
Yeah.
what?
yeah.
Outside land.
His mind got turned
Yeah.
into that other beast. Yeah.
Yeah, you got turned into a beast, and it's when I believe that's when it says when it talks about basis giveth it to
That's
the
into
basis
a
of men.
fairy.
Yeah. Lord brought him right low, right, humbled him, and that's what his brother's going into. That's what Esau's gonna go. He's going, and the thing that's why the apostles, elders on down, they all say it's like, look, man, it's great that Trump is in power and he's bringing back that Edomite pride, right? Because it's like seeing this Edomite pride at the level it is and knowing what's about to
See,
happen.
more satisfied.
It's all.
Yeah. So much, yeah.
Long way to fall, man.
Can I
Uh,
have-
let- Revelation 6 and and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. That alone is spooky. You know, the earth shaking like that. Whew. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Yeah, so when them chariots come and they start blazing, and them nukes drop, and all kind of madness is going on, people are gonna fear the power, man. They're gonna fear as they rightfully should. They're gonna understand that raw, like this ain't no joke thing out here. Like,
It's going to be an experience they've never experienced before, man.
Yeah.
That history has never experienced before. And so they're going to know something like when it's all going down.
and it's a serious power, and that's why that power is so serious that I told you there ain't gonna be no mad, no crazy transition. Listen, when the chariots come up, that's the end of Esau's kingdom. That's not it's not no transitional. You got man talking about after America's destroyed, Russia's gonna do this.
Everyone's gonna.
Bro, the minute that chariots turn up, that is actually the end. The end, because
done.
it's not really a fight after that. The armies are gonna that same day. There is no American army, British army, Chinese army.
They'll be gone.
All the armies of the world are gonna be wiped out
Yeah.
real quick. And what's gonna be left? Just people.
Yeah.
And those people are not going to be putting up no fight. They're going to be just going to be us coming back down. Because remember, Holy Jerusalem coming down. Yeah, these men. And we're going to come down.
Yeah, talk about invasion. That's an invasion.
And then from that moment on, it's a matter of us getting the herds together. Yeah. Grab these man up, slap chains on them. It's not going to be a matter of we're going to be there. Fighting. No, it's over. It's now our kingdom. We have the power and the authority. We're going to establish that power and authority. The power dynamic is crazy at that point. We're literally going to be gods on earth, like walking around. Like you think, you know what I mean? We're going to be. The man's are going to be in buildings shooting at us and all that. Nah, man. It's going to be just grabbing these people up, man.
And that's why the scripture, the Lord said, "I shall not meet thee as a man," because when you look at the scriptures and even history, when wars and local conflicts would happen, it'll be like campaigns. They're like going back and forth. Like it might take a couple of days, weeks, months. When the angels come, it's time to just
Wrap it up.
you know what I mean?
Pull the plug on that.
They're like doing that house move that day. Like they're doing a full house move, new sofas,
Signing it off.
signing it off that day.
Hey, you said it. That Satan fell as a lightning.
Yeah.
Ain't no long thing.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
The transition has occurred. At
Yeah.
that moment, the scripture says this he saw the Jerusalem coming down out of heaven.
Yeah.
That's what when we touch down on earth, the earth is ours at that
Yeah,
point.
that's it.
There's no challenge to our rule.
Yeah.
The challenge was just destroyed.
Yeah.
America was destroyed, and all the armies are gone. So you ain't got no army, and you ain't got, and America's gone.
Yeah.
What's left?
Yeah,
Slaves.
because people respect power, man.
That's it.
When E dropped them atom bombs, yo, the world felt something
Yeah,
that
man,
day.
everyone was listening.
And
Whoa.
the chariots are still gonna be there.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
just gonna be there, like in the sky,
Yeah.
everywhere. Oh shit, what's going
Exactly.
on? Yeah, you know what's going on. We're about to grab you up, and you about to put in work.
Exactly.
And the Edomites are gonna be at that point. There's no debating. There's gonna be
Yeah.
no going backward and forward with you. And let me explain. Let me tell
Nah.
you something. They ain't telling me nothing, bro. We
That's
just
it.
you're gonna be brutally put and forced to be put into subjugation, man. And some of you might get executed straight off the bat if we feel like it. Because guess what? You're under our power now. There ain't no human rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, there ain't no women's rights, human rights, children's rights.
Oh, can I
None
grab
of
something
that.
on
There's
that real
just
quick?
judgment.
Can I grab something
Yeah.
on that, bro, real quick?
Precept on that. I've got
The only
two
right
now.
is right.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I
That's
mean,
it.
judgment. is
And
not
it's
done.
gonna be and we gonna have full power in the earth, man, to judge. And that's a spooky situation for all you heathens and you Edomites, because you got a lot to pay for.
Oh, so much. So much.
You proud that
You guys
we
chat-
gonna know all your Twitter shit,
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, man.
all up on Twitter talking
Oh,
shit about
yeah.
monkeys and that and
Yeah.
low IQs. We're gonna find out who's got the monkey and that's good. And the scripture tells you, in well, I was reading it last night in the video in Egypt, they were even more scared because when you're guilty, when you know you're guilty, you're even more fearful of what's gonna happen to you because you know, like, like say like if you violated someone, yeah, and they capture you, you're more scared than if you didn't do nothing. Because if you didn't do nothing, there's
You
a
have
thing
hope.
where you're like, oh, this is just a
Ain't done nothing.
misunderstanding. But when you know you fucked with the dude, and oh man, like he's gonna do this to me, he's gonna do that to me, your mind starts going crazy. But that's all you know.
So in which I actually not watched the film, but I've seen the scene in Sicario when the guy comes at the end and the guy's just having his dinner, and you can see the Bob boss. He's just like, "Fuck."
He
It's
knows
peak.
because you kill man's family, so you know that he's gonna do some madness. out there.
Yeah.
So that's how you heathen is. You're gonna know like you fucked up, man. And if you've done madness and you've been delivered into our hand, you know it's not gonna be nice. You know, and that thought alone is terrifying because you know, oh man, like what's he gonna do to me? I was on Twitter talking mad shit. Like, okay,
Man,
Now we're here.
especially
And
Brits,
yeah,
bro.
but the thing is, you gonna know as well. That's the thing. We gonna know, and the Lord Scripture says, "Shall meditate terrors, man."
Yeah.
We gonna have all the power on that day.
yeah, we gonna know. We gonna troll you. Oh, what was this? What was you saying on Twitter, my man?
Usual suspects.
Yeah, 30%. Oh,
30%.
no, mate, I didn't mean. You know what, mate? Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Just understand we get along together.
Lord willing.
Not you.
Yeah, not you.
Lord willing, we make it, man.
Yeah,
I hope I get these Brits, bro.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna be
I
begging.
want them Brits, bro.
They're gonna be crying. They're gonna be begging.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna be asking for mercy, please, and
Yeah.
all this stuff, man.
Cry.
It ain't gonna work, man, because we're gonna know exactly who they are, man,
Yeah.
and what they deserve, and you're
Yeah.
gonna get what you deserve. That was the Joker. You get what you deserve.
Yeah.
You're gonna get what you deserve, and what you deserve is beatings and psychological terror.
You shall
Shame,
meditate terror, yeah.
you know, guilt.
Yep.
You deserve all of that, man. You deserve to work, man,
Lashes.
because you devils,
Done
even
too
you
much.
low-level devils, even with your mouth, you terrorize us, man. You have to go on Twitter and watch some bacon-eating
Bacon.
Edomite who ain't ever done anything in his life
Mm.
boast about his civilization and
Civilization.
how dumb you are.
Yeah.
And you know for a fact this guy is one of the lowest IQs
Yeah.
that's ever been invented.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's there talking about, yeah,
Yeah.
blacks are
Can't
stupid.
spell IQ.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, man.
Beans and toast for dinner, mate.
we gonna be coming up with them crazy ass tactics like he gotta figure something out or he's gonna get hurt. That's a real IQ
Yeah. Spell
on the
spell
pressure.
bacon. Oh mate, I
In
can't
10
do it.
seconds.
You know, they were-
How many fingers am I holding up?
I'm trying to
Free. I can't say.
What do you mean?
Yo, you could get creative with it. man put man through a trial. It's
Yeah,
like, listen,
no.
but we're gonna make it hard. Like, and you might lose a finger.
And this is the thing as well. It's like, you know, when Bane said it, none shall interfere.
Yeah,
No one's gonna interfere.
No one's
it's
gonna
my
compensate.
plantation, man.
Yeah, that's it.
If I
Well,
want to have man do some crazy chess game,
Yeah.
if you lose fingers, instead of losing paws, you lose fingers.
Yeah. Yeah,
Shit,
but that's
like,
what Esau's
yeah,
doing though.
Use your
Yeah.
brain.
These fat Brits, man, I'm making them do a beat test.
Oh.
They can do a
Back
beat
and
test.
forth,
Well, I think in Babylon they call it suicides.
Yeah,
Not basketball suicides.
With some dogs.
With some dogs, man.
Dogs chasing them, man.
I'll make these fat bacon fuckers do
Yeah.
fucking beat tests, bro.
Yeah.
Now people might hear this and think, "Oh, that don't sound righteous." But you remember that
What were they to us,
they're
man?
not just going to be in slavery;
Mm.
they're going to be in
Punishment.
punishment.
Mm.
Because you say like you got an Edomite, yeah, that's been flipping raping children and doing all kind of. You think when he's on my plantation, he's just going to get away with just working? Nah, he got to face some psychological terror and trauma. Plan. We're going to be doing whippings,
Just like he inflicted.
yeah, whippings, beatings, psychological terrors, bro. We're gonna break man down. You have to pay for this shit,
That's
man.
it. All of the things he does in the third world, right? Shit you won't even hear about.
Mm.
You won't hear about certain things happen in the third world. And then it's just
Nah,
swept
they
under
gonna
the
have to
rug.
pay for that.
You have to
Man,
pay for
I'll
that.
have the Edomites thinking they escaped and all sorts, man.
Yeah.
Man, we doing some psychological shit. Man's running. Oh, we got away. But it was me the whole time. In disguise, like, yeah. I was like, no.
You fucking
Bro,
get
man.
away. People don't understand the amount of wickedness that Esau's done, man. You know, because it's like he's got the power, he's got the media, he's got the minds of the people. They don't understand. When Elizabeth died, they just saw an old granny. Now that was a witch.
Yeah.
That was a top devil. She probably had. I mean, there was a story at that school in Canada.
Yeah, the children disappeared.
Yeah. So there was like, oh, there was some children here. Then she came, and the children were gone.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Like these things have to be paid
They have
for,
to be
man.
paid for,
They got to be paid for. And the thing is, there's going to be a lot more Edomites than you realize that you think, man.
Mm.
You got a lot of Edomites and
Yeah, so
very,
there's
very.
gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
whipping, but just like us.
Yeah.
Even when we went into captivity, man, Jake was getting whipped
Yeah.
and all these different things. So we're not just gonna be like, oh, if you don't do nothing wrong, you won't get whipped. That man have to get whipped off the principle.
Yeah.
Straight up, they're gonna be getting whipped. They're gonna be getting whipped and scourged, and they're gonna be in pain. They're gonna have diseases. You know what I'm saying? That they're gonna have to live with. The food they gonna get is just no seasoning. Just basic.
The Lord scourges our enemies 1,000 times more.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pleasant, man. Now, how are you going to be dealt with? It's not going to be pleasant because he's under punishment.
Yeah.
After the punishment, yeah, the things will go to some sort of normalcy, but you know, you got to be punished, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's different. Remember, there's different
Justice,
people. So some men are gonna get it worse than others. Man. That's just natural in life. Everybody don't suffer the same. Even in this captivity, every Jake didn't get it exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Some man had to get the Emmett Till thing.
Stephen was cool. You know, for for the most part, Stephen was cool. He's up in the house of the master, you know, eating, you know, snitching on the.
Yeah, you got house slaves
people,
and things like that.
you know.
So you man that really violated, you're gonna get the worst, and the man that violated a little bit less, you get it a little bit less because it's justice, it's judgment. But don't
Balance.
think it's gonna be nice,
Exactly.
nice for everyone, and we're gonna
Exactly.
treat everyone nice and
Yeah.
you know workers' rights.
That's
You know
it.
what?
Includes you too, Becky.
You don't.
Becky's cooked.
Becky's cooked, man. Becky thinks she's just gonna be a what do you call it?
A bed
Concubine.
witch.
Nah.
You have to
Nah.
work.
I mean, the amount of heathens we've got to go through first.
I mean, bro,
Oh, but I'm not sure. Elam, Ishmael ain't had Ishmael on this
Yeah, but
side.
everybody can't be a concubine. Everybody can't be a concubine. Concubine's a special and
Exactly.
privileged.
Exactly.
I mean, that
Yeah.
piece of bacon that walked up, wait, he said, my husband in the pit.
Yeah.
She gonna be a
She's gonna be in the pit.
Never gonna be a concubine
Mm.
for the slave that I want to reward.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's basic Hebrew Edomite.
No, but that's true. Because remember, like Jake was all up in the, bro. They were working, man, suffering with the children. Had the children out there picking cotton and suffering as well. Come on, man. We the Lord punished us by having this man over us
That's deep.
doing all kind of madness, yeah. So we're gonna do madness to them, but not in a homo way, because we don't know that. But they're gonna be getting whipped, fed, lion fights. Brothers going, listen, bro.
Yeah.
We
Punch
gonna
up my
see-
silverback.
What do they say? The thing, 100 man versus.
Here we go. Find out.
Experiment. You know what's-
No. Real, these would be our experiments.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not done
yeah.
his experiments.
Yeah,
We've got to have our
yeah,
own
yeah,
experiments. Not
yeah.
lying.
Listen, 5 man
Imagine
versus
that.
lion.
A silverback with boxing gloves. Like,
Hey, brothers love boxing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta have these Edomites boxing in
Well,
the
yeah,
kingdom, bro.
yeah.
The winner
Tough
gets
decision.
bread.
Yeah, man.
Toughest either.
Imagine that, like a silverback doing a belt. Like, I'm the conqueror. All the Edomites like, knocking them out. Like,
And there won't be nothing wrong with that.
fucking undisputed.
Because when you got your slave, you could do what you want. And again, they have to pay for their crimes.
Yeah.
So part of your punishment is you got to fight this gorilla.
Yeah. Fight.
And then, part that's being mocked.
Because weren't Rome putting
Yeah.
our people
Yeah,
in the
with the
fucking
lion.
Colosseum, man?
Yes, yeah. Lion.
They have to pay for that.
Lions
man.
and shit.
Don't be
The
fighting.
flipping what's it called? The
Nero.
Mandingo fighting
Yeah.
and all that.
Oh, they showed you that in Django.
So Esau
Yeah,
gonna pay for that.
Yeah,
so we
I'm-
gonna have
I'm- I'm-
brothers love the
Yeah.
we love the
Same-
boxing,
Yeah.
the MMA. We gonna,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have a silverback call him Bud. You know what I mean? Like, beat the shit out.
Can I get these scriptures?
Bear some shit.
Can I get these scriptures?
Yeah.
It's Revelation chapter 11, verse 6, verse 15.
Yeah.
And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, "The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord."
Yeah.
So we were saying earlier about when the angels turn up with the Lord, man. As soon as he turns up, that's it. Now the kingdoms now become Yahweh Shai's. The time of men is done.
No, negotiate.
Yeah.
A surrender and all
Yeah.
this shit.
Right? So the kingdom of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever. That's it. That's the beginning of the kingdom of heaven. This everlasting kingdom.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
And just one more.
Okay.
Not that one.
After these one, we'll close up.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Oh, I've lost it.
With the
So, no, it's here somewhere, but it's not at the top. So.
Alright, I have a quick one. This is Nahum
No, I was
Nahum
gonna say David,
chapter 1 and 3.
Mm.
The Lord is slow
Mm.
to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
So you Edomites, man, the Lord has been stacking up
Mm.
the spiritual Google,
Sins, like,
the database. You see, you man have got them goofy databases.
Mhm.
You got to take water out the river. The spiritual realm has its own database.
Yeah.
And it logs everything. All this, the infractions, even when you just laughed at a Jake and Jake felt hurt. But that accounts too.
Yeah.
You know, they ridicule a Jake. Oh, you just
Ridicule
nothing but a dirty little. Man could be kids. They used to do that to
They
man's
used to do that to
children.
kids, bro.
Yeah, and the angels are okay. Cool.
Bro, they had kids in Cottonfield.
Everything's recorded, man. Nothing in this world is not recorded, and it's in the database and it's on your tab.
To back you, this in Obadiah it says thou shouldn't have even looked.
Yeah, they're there
Yeah.
cheering. Yeah, get that.
Yeah.
All them man that was at them
Alligator bait.
Patrons.
yeah, the
Yeah.
lynchings, and they were all there cheering it on. Even the man, when man came back and they were talking about it, was like, yeah, what happened? And they were all excited. and told me
even
these
those
things.
that
note it down.
those that even bought postcards.
Yeah, postcards.
You know?
Yeah, they're gonna have to. All that is not gonna be forgotten.
Yeah.
The scales now have to be balanced.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what the kingdom is really gonna be all about in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Balancing out them scales.
I mean, bro, there was even that one Jake, I forgot his name, but it's called one of the worst lynchers in America. They sold parts of his liver, bro.
That's crazy.
They cut his liver up and sold it.
That's nasty.
They sold pieces of his heart in a jar.
They
and
got a
shit.
lot to pay for, man.
You know, they actually sold even the rope that got used to lynch him was cut up and sold.
But they're not savages.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not savages. You know what I mean?
Is that you failed to recognize how cool you were, man.
Yeah.
You Edomites were. Right? You're not gonna just get away with that with slap on the wrist, bro. You're not.
No, so then we're gonna have to have them gorilla fights. man.
But yeah, Bud gonna beat them up.
Yeah,
The silverback
big baby
called
Bud.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling him.
Bud,
I'm calling him Bud, bro.
big baby Bud, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You devils are gonna have. You got a lot to pay for,
Yeah.
man. And remember, we never know that. I sound like a Rasta now.
Yeah.
The half has never been told.
That's it.
No man can know it all.
Yeah,
If you knew it all, you probably just crash out right now.
yeah. That's
The amount of madness that's happened to our people, man.
Yeah.
Like it's too
yeah,
much.
for real.
But that's why it says the Lord was slow to anger.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. The Lord's seen it all. Even as the scripture said, "He that planteth the air shall he not hear,
Yeah.
and he that put the eye."
Right,
he not
yes,
see."
And you know it's true, man. Because every time like a Jake movie comes out, going through slavery, man, you just get mad, isn't it?
Well,
Right, but it's not because you put it out of your mind after you've watched
Yeah.
it, whether you go back to living this life, you go run after Esau's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
paper train.
Yeah.
But it's like when you watch it, it affects you,
yeah,
bro.
it does, yeah.
But there's nothing you can do about it. So you just go back to sleep.
And that's just
Yeah,
one.
But most I want you to remember, though.
yeah,
Most I want you to remember, man, have that anger
At the
for the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
I mean,
Trust that.
I remember I was in uni, man. I tried to show the Jake I was living with. That simple, innit? Tried to show him Goodbye Uncle Tom. He watched 2 minutes. I can't watch
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't watch it.
But that was a reality, though.
Yeah.
Not for one or two people.
Yeah, many.
Like when you watch 12 Years a Slave and you had that woman and her children were
Yeah.
separated from her, and she was crying for days.
Yeah.
That didn't happen to one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the trauma that we receive
Yeah, it was
goes on to the next generation because man's growing up with parents that are traumatized, and that affects how they treat you. Or do you know what I'm saying?
Psychology, yeah. Well, yeah.
A lot of what Jake is going through now is generation of trauma that's been passed down, man, from something that's happened in your past, something that happened to your great granddad or happened to you, and then it passes
Or
on.
even something that's happening in your community.
Yeah.
Like, your friends, going through it, and that affects you. Like,
Affects you, man.
everything, man.
And the fact that Egypt can just he can just write it off. He can just rather he thinks like it. I'm about to get cursed out.
It's gone.
But it's the way he speaks to Jake, as the elder was just going into. It's like when Jake feels these things, right? And then, for instance, let's say those be but your people did this. They're gonna be like, "Oh, what me?"
We'll
That's
find
what they
out.
say.
But we gonna know, and that's why we say we gonna have access to the spiritual Google.
Yeah.
So everyone that did whatever they did, we're gonna know. We're gonna actually know because we'll be able to see your past and everything you've done. That's a real thing. Just like how Yahweh Shai knew that woman had 7 husbands. Was it 7? 5? So 5 husbands. Yeah, that's because he tapped into the spiritual Google.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have the same power because the scripture says, "The things you've seen me do, you shall do and greater."
Also, the harlot, when they was trying to be like, "Yo, stoner,"
Yeah, you could see.
and then he was like, "All right, cool," and he starts writing. So you this man was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
No,
of course.
you know what I mean?
So imagine there'll be like a newborn baby. You'll be able to look at that baby and go, "Okay, I know what's fitting for you because I know all the madness that you've been up to. Oh, this was Christopher Columbus. Okay, I know how to handle you."
vocab.
Vocab. Listen,
Oh man.
vocab, I think is gonna be public property, man.
Yeah.
I think there's going certain man have to be like a communal slave in
Yeah.
Jerusalem somewhere in a cage
Yeah.
where man can just turn up and just violate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vocab might have to be that jester, a court jester.
Just
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
just stuff him with bare pizza. Just keep just stuffing it.
Oh, so you know what? There was a
what do they
torture.
call it? Tar and
Yeah.
feather.
There was a
Concrete pizza.
there was a
piñata.
torture that they used to do in the medieval times, right? Where basically they'll just like put you in a vat of water, right, and then your head will be out or whatever. But they'll still no.
Let's feed you.
They'll still feed you and give you water.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
first you're like, what's the problem with this?
Yeah.
Well, you can't. You're still in the water.
And then
So you'll be weeing, you'll be pooing. So then now you're just in that water, and then over time,
the
it's
maggots.
just slowly killing you that way. They're keeping you alive with food
Guys,
and stuff.
Vocab needs
Okay,
to
man,
be.
it's gonna take a couple months.
He has to. What for him? He might just have to be just like a public amusement.
Yeah. Well, like how
Like
they
in a
used to
cage,
do.
like a zoo.
What they used to do, they
Yeah.
put Jake in stockings, and
Yeah.
they'll basically have these Edomites with like balls,
Yeah,
and then chucking them at Jake.
Yeah, I think that's fitting.
yeah.
Because one man can't own him.
Yeah.
It has to be a communal thing.
Yeah, that's what probably do. We'll probably have him stockings and put pizza in front of him.
Exactly.
You can't touch it.
Exactly.
Private eye, all that stuff.
Exactly.
Tell us another one of your jokes, bro. Why don't you rap?
Can I please have slice?
Nigga, rap. Yeah, man. He gonna probably be, there like you come to
Exactly.
Jerusalem and it's like a thing you do.
Yeah.
And throw tomatoes at him. Bro.
Well, but Salaka, once again, this is what Esau was doing, man.
Yeah.
There was the case of that Israelite woman, man, and she had like a big ass or something.
Oh, yeah, the South African thing.
Sarah Bartman.
Yeah.
Sarah Bartman.
And then basically he would just come here and then touch her, whatever,
Yeah.
abuse her,
They-
and then she died of like
whatever.
Yeah.
Basically gave her a disease, man.
She got passed around.
Yeah, bro.
She got passed around.
Yeah.
Like literally
Pocahontas.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
country to country. She was passed around.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Boca. We go. You're a special Edomite, and that's what. At least you've earned yourself special attention. Because think of it, yeah. Most of the elects, right, will know this guy personally as an asshole. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know it's like this guy was just a fucking complete demon. That's not really a good place to be in. You want to be one of them Edomites that's like on the low, innit? Like, just another Edomite. This guy is special. So at least you've earned yourself that special place in the hearts of yeah,
Many
yes.
Israelites, yeah.
You know, so we're gonna be looking for you.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
When shall he be born? Waiting for this guy.
He was on my plantation. You was born on my plantation.
Exactly. Really?
We go make mockery because all he did was made mockery of us.
That's it, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we gonna make mockery of your life, man. Having him doing them Nigerian stress positions.
Yeah. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's what they do. That's what they do.
This is Matthew 25, verse 31. Subtitle is called The Judgment. And it says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, and the goats on his left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Anything else before we close up?
Yeah, fuck Esau, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Jesus was going down.
Yeah, but we're almost there.
Yeah.
Like Esau ain't got a lot left, man. The pride is at peak levels. I don't really see us being here like for too much longer, man. We just have to stay, faithful, stay locked in, and remember that the Lord is in complete control of everything. All the chaos, it's not really chaos. The Lord is in control of everything, man, and he gonna make it right, man. And the end of it, man, we get out to that other end, man. That's it, and that's forever. So, Call hello, double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone. Shalom to all the brothers out there teaching, man.